And we're ready.
All right.
Hi, buddy.
So, last time we played, you guys had reported your findings to the Taldori Council and to which included the members of Vox Machina. And Renata had a vision with her dual patrons of the Wild Mother and the Raven Queen, where they gave her information on that she should start seeking out with the rest of you in order to defeat the Iron Authority with their new pet Tarask, vestiges of the Divergence. Um, upon meeting with the council, you gave all the intelligence that you had recovered from your rescuing of Elsa and Gator to Alora for her to comb through and see what she could learn. And Scanlan Shorthalt, Bard Extraordinaire, aka the Meat Man, aka
Etc.
Francois
Etc.
Jean-Luc, Australia.
Burt Reynolds, Esquire.
aka Burt Reynolds, Esquire, attorney at Small, informed you that he had been in his free time kind of looking for more items like that, and he thought that he had stumbled across some sort of oracle or creature or entity that lived in the glade pools to the north of Byrodin that might be able to fill you in on information about where you might be able to find some of these vestiges. You teleported after doing some research in Amman and kind of preparing yourself for the journey to come. You teleported to Byrodin and proceeded to try to panic the populace of Byrodin by informing them that a huge, giant, world-ending monster was on its way there.
Point of order, I don't think we tried, we succeeded.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I
To be
stand
fair,
corrected.
some of us did not try to panic the populace. Some of them don't know how to keep their mouths shut.
A little bit.
I don't know what you mean.
But anyway,
Yes, Spy Bard.
Godfred, you met with Godfred Chance, who is the war ringer of Byrodin, kind of like the head of the local militia, which pretty much everyone in town belongs to. Like they're like, if you're you're a citizen of Byrodin, you're kind of a member of the local militia. But he informed you of some of the dangers in the glade pools, gave you some information on where you might want to start your search. And so you guys set off into the glade pools, led by Vanya, who was pretty good at kind of guiding you through the difficult terrain of the glade pools. Eventually, you found the area that you were looking for, where Renata sat down to do a commune with nature, to kind of get a sense of what was in the area and what you were up to. During this time, Fike had an experience with a unicorn.
Understatement.
Yeah. And you guys realized that you were between the commune and the conversation with the unicorn, you realized that you were in the correct place. You decided to rest for the evening, as the unicorn said that they would watch over you. At which point you had a collective dream where each of you witnessed each other's worst nightmares and fears. Some of you came out of that dream. They were presented to you by a elven humanoid individual of dark ebony skin. I think I may have forgotten to mention this last time.
Yeah, you totally did.
Yep, sorry. Anyway, you now recall that this collective dream was presented to you by a elven or human or you're not sure, individual of deep dark ebony skin with almost like golden dreadlocks that were kind of like tied together that came down, and golden eyes, wearing like a loose-fitting silk gold kind of kimono type of ensemble that was kind of open, showing his chest and like 8 abs.
Wait,
8-pack.
we did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may
He's
have
telling us now.
forgotten
He
to
forgot
mention-
last
Yeah,
time.
I may have forgotten
Yeah.
to mention this last time because it was super late, and
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
You
But
would do
anyway.
it really.
this you totally now remember all of this happening.
Cool.
Uh,
An 8-pack.
But as you awoke, some of you were able to come through these visions relatively unscathed, and others were not so lucky. There was some internal conflict within the party, nothing violent, but some spells were cast at one another. Some people were wandering off, others decided to go swimming for no apparent reason. And I believe we ended with Noxus kind of sneaking off into the mists as Biero had frozen Renata and then suggested to Vanya to let him drink his fill until Biero was able to get his hands on the alchemy jug and drink until he was fairly intoxicated.
Oh yeah, it was slightly violent because Vanya did punch
I
Biero.
did-
Well, it was
I did stab him.
slightly
Little
violent.
bit, little bit.
because Vanya
Always
did
a little bit of
punch
violence.
Biero in the face, yes.
Yeah, when Vanya is there, there's always at least a little bit of violence. A little bit.
But anyway, that is where we pick things back up.
So I think I'd filled my flask with
Yes.
beer.
Yep.
And question, how drunk am I? Am I buzzed or am I like blackout?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Because this is not to see whether or not you are drunk. This is to see how drunk you are.
Right.
Hey.
23.
Nice.
You are in that kind of like good, that good drunk. Like everything is great right now. Like you may have a little hangover in the morning, but just like if you can maintain this, it's like that perfect amount of drunk that you want to be.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Then
You're
Ugh.
just drunk enough to make bad decisions. But sober
No, he already
enough-
made bad decisions before
Yes,
then.
well, but sober enough where, sober enough where,
you're not gonna get arrested.
you're not going to get arrested or anything. Yeah.
I go return the jug to Wren and then release her.
Okay.
Yeah, just immediately when that happened, just quickly spins to Biero looking kind of horrified, considering her fear was about being stuck there, not being able to do anything.
Sorry about that, but we're all good now.
Biero.
It's cool.
Just relax, man.
Just like, just that sort of like horror on her face for like a few moments, and then she's like trying to like process all of this. And kind of gets that. I'm sure she gets a sense by now that people are just acting weird, and they had that dream last time.
I
So
think you got that sense.
yeah, got that sense a while ago. So she's not exactly mad at him.
Now.
It's not. Yeah, it's not so mad at him, but it's like that wanting to be mad, but also knowing it's not really
mad,
his
I'm
fault.
disappointed.
Yeah, kind of a little bit. But she's just gonna Noxus, and then she's gonna look back.
You turn back to look where Noxus was, and he is no longer there. He has disappeared into the mists.
Mutters some kind of curse, probably in Elvish or something like that, under her breath, and gonna look to Vanya. Master Vanya, could you watch them? I may
Yep,
be able to find
I got them.
my thanks. And she's going to be Aura, and she's gonna call over the panther, who probably might be able to like sniff him out or something like that. Panthers have good smell, right?
Sure.
At least panthers are supposed to have keen smell, so.
Yeah. So have let me see if I can't pull up some sort of.
Wait, is Fike nearby, or is he going off?
Fike's gone swimming.
I'm
Fike
swimming.
is swimming in the little glade. in the
I'm
little
doing
glade.
self-care.
They do have keen smell, so they have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell.
All right.
So their perception is +4.
Okay. So
So
she's
you
going to
can-
jump up on the panther and start heading out in the mist to try to find Noxus.
You go do
Find that
whatever it is you
particular-
need to do. And You're
You want me
inspired.
to sit
And
down,
Vera
dear boy.
inspired you.
Inspired. Drunken
Well,
inspiration from the drunkard. Fine.
Yes. Are you inspiring Renata or Aura?
I don't think I've got it together enough to think to inspire Aura.
Okay. So
Okay.
you have a bardic inspiration, Ren.
Okay.
Noxus, you certainly don't want to be found, so go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Oh no. We don't
And
find
Ren,
me.
you can have Aura make a perception check. See if you can't have them sniff out Noxus.
That's
Okay.
survival.
So
I
it's
want
+4.
Stealth.
So
+4, and you have advantage.
huzzah! 21.
You found me.
Yeah. Without too much trouble whatsoever, Aura is able to pick up.
He just stuck his head
Noxus's-
behind a tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Actually,
tail
honestly,
again.
That's probably what
Well,
Noxus would
yeah,
do.
I was about to say, Nox is honestly, you start bounding off into the mist. Nox is honestly not that far away when you find him. He's only like 100, 150 feet away, kind of like sitting down behind a tree. However, before you get there,
Mm-hmm.
if I could have everyone else go into secrets, please, except for Noxus.
Oh, shit.
No. What did I do?
Oh, should I do the thing? Put.
Yes, you can do the thing.
Okay, I'm doing the thing.
Julie, do the thing.
All right. So Noxus, as you are sitting there waiting for the rest, you hear a voice. It is a voice similar to the one that you heard in the dream last night, but it's like a chorus of those voices. Like there's many of those voices speaking at the same time. Many of the same voice speaking at the same time. But it says, yes, you don't need to trust them, but you can use them.
But I can use. How does that work?
To achieve your goals.
Wait. My goals are disabled. I'm confused right
Your goals are what they are.
now. Oh, okay.
But for someone who puts faith in so many places, you don't seem to put much faith in yourself. And you watch as that ebony skinned, like golden dreadlocked figure in the gold kimono, you kind of see him walk out of the mist, like not that, like maybe 15 feet away from you, kind of makes eye contact with you, and then disappears behind a tree, but you don't see him come out the other side as he's walking. And at that point, Renata comes bounding up.
Wait a minute. What? Come on. Run! You're good.
So as you kind of come bounding up on Aura, Ren,
Uh-huh.
you kind of see Nox kind of looking off, like you kind of come up on his left, and you see him kind of looking off into the mist off to his right.
All right. Pat over. Noxus,
What is that? What is it?
are you all right? It's me. It's me.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, we're
You
good.
Noxus, you should not be walking off. Everyone is acting strange.
Right, yeah, okay. I can do that. Sure.
And you are as well, aren't you? Come on.
I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Insight check.
Noxus, Deception, Renata, Insight.
Bahamut's not going to be very happy with me.
Well, not that good at it. That's him
I
wandering off.
mean, obviously he's acting a little bit strange, but
Mhm.
you know, maybe he's just a little shaken from. I mean, obviously that was a shaking experience.
That's true.
For you guys last night, so maybe he just went off to reflect and pray.
Well,
Um,
I know it was difficult, but we should stay together. With everything going on, this is not the time to wander off on your own.
Yeah, whatever. He kind of just walks back.
I'm gonna frown, walk beside him like, Noxus, despite what you said before last night, I am much older than you, and I believe that makes you my little brother, so I need to look out for you.
Wait, I did say that, didn't I? That makes sense.
There's enough to deal with right now besides worrying about, well, each of us at this point. But I'm going to anyway.
Well, if that's what you want to do, then by all means. You can kind of tell he's trying to keep his distance and not wanting to talk as much.
all right.
Yeah, it's a little worrisome. But...
As you guys start walking back to the rest of the group, we cut back over there. Fike,
Yes.
as you're swimming through this little lake glade, there's a small little like island with a single tree that's in the middle of it that you're kind of like swimming by, and you look over and you can see the ebony skinned figure with the golden hair, and you just kind of lock eyes with them and they smile at you, and he as you kind of get a little bit closer, you can hear him say something as everyone else actually, you know what? Just you and me can hop into secrets real quick. It makes
All
it
right.
so much easier.
Aw.
Sorry.
Secret. Jump in.
Now they get the secret. Sorry. No, none of us get the secrets.
D&D Beyond, everyone.
D&D Beyond. Sorry, chat.
D&D Beyond is a great way to look at your stats and whatnot. I just remembered.
We are not being paid by D&D Beyond, but it is a very useful extension.
And I just remembered I haven't updated my stats.
Yeah, you should
'cause I
probably do
leveled
that.
up last game.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, just
Get you a level up.
get you a level up.
Like so, how fucked are we is the question.
We're
Great.
fine.
I'm
No,
guessing quite.
yes.
Well,
You say that every session, Nox.
That's
We're
true.
Fine.
Just
Literally
wait.
every session, we're so fucked.
Yeah, Biero and Vanya, you hear a string of expletives come from this small little island that it appears Fike has swum out to in the middle of the lake.
God damn it.
That's
Hero,
weird.
if I leave you, will you stay put here?
Of course.
Just drink your beer very peacefully?
Of course.
You promise?
Promise.
Oh, that's good enough for me. And I'm gonna fucking book it out onto the lake and run towards wherever I heard the shouting of expletives from.
I
Yeah, it's
follow
not that
Vanya.
far. You can see. Are you gonna follow him? Biero?
no, don't get a Charlie horse, Miro. Don't get a Charlie horse.
You gotta let your kids, Bureau. We all know the rule.
Vanya starts swearing very loudly at Giant as he sees Bureau come after him, but it sounds like there's no time to lose.
Yep.
So I will scoop Bureau up and run across the water with my ring of water walking.
Oh, this is
Okay.
weird.
You do so, and as you get to the island, you can see Fike, or not Fike, Fike, just kind of like looking around like he's looking for something or someone, and with just a look of frustration on his face.
Hey, Fike. What you doing out here?
This fucking elf fuck shit talked me and then poofed away. And nobody does that shit to me. Can't fucking shit
Was it
talk
that
me.
elf? Was it that elf fuck who did the wizard bullshit last night?
Yes, definitely,
What wizard bullshit?
without a shadow of a doubt.
So Vanya, as you're kind of like fireman's carrying Bureau, and he's kind of like strung over your shoulder with his face like on your backside, Bureau, you kind of look up and lock eyes with this ebony figure.
Oh, hey.
And
Who are you?
if you could hop into secrets with me.
We're the only ones. that
D&D
can-
Beyond.
We're the
Oh,
only
no.
ones. We're the only ones that can see him.
Well, I mean,
Oh
we
my
all saw him
gosh.
last night at least, so we know.
Well, we're the only current ones who can see him at the moment.
Seems like it probably. We'll see. Well, y'all are fucked. Y'all are fucked by the elf with the 8-pack.
By the way, I'm fucking.
Oh, they're back.
pissed.
Well, that was uncalled for. Who's that guy?
What
That was
guy?
uncalled for.
What guy? What was uncalled for?
He said that I don't have confidence. I'm a very confident guy.
No, you're
That's
not.
what he
You got
said.
your ass shook by seeing your worst fear, and now you're drinking like a bitch to cope with it.
I mean,
I
That's
mean,
why
true.
you are
Bureau
now
is the
beer
weak
boy
bitch.
and not beer man.
I mean, this is true. Bureau is a weak bitch, but he said the same thing to me, which I don't understand.
Where'd he go?
Oh, is he? Where did you see him?
Right over there, and I try to point.
You're literally like face to face from each other. You were like, his face was like less than like 6 inches from yours.
He was like
Well, that's
right in
creepy.
front of me.
That's creepy.
I assume I didn't notice him there at all.
Not even a little bit. No.
Well, that's weird. Normally, I'm more attentive to people who just show up behind me.
Well, none of this
Noctis-
is possible, and I
Oh,
don't believe
sorry.
that it actually happened. So, I'm now just pushing this deep down. None of this happened.
Noctis and Renata, you return to your campsite to find that the rest of your party is no longer there.
Vanya!
You hear that, Vanya?
I
Hey,
start playing my loot upside down.
for fuck's sakes. I'm just gonna pick up Fike, sling him onto my other shoulder. Went to get Fike.
Hey,
Bureau
you weak
decided to
bitch!
follow
Put me
me.
the fuck down. I will.
I'm just
And
gonna
I'll
wait
start
here.
walking back over the water. And,
Fike, are you trying to resist this?
I just disengage.
Okay,
I'll just,
well,
I'm wet.
it's a grapple
I'm wet
check, so
already.
yeah, it's going to be athletics versus athletics or acrobatics on your part.
Oh,
Do I have advantage because I'm wet?
No, you do not have advantage. 'Cause you're,
This is bullshit.
no, you do not have advantage because you're WAP. Vanya scoops you up and throws you over his other shoulder as he begins to walk back towards the shoreline.
The one time when Fike doesn't like
is
this.
If Fike is squirming, I will run back.
No,
I
When
know he's a slippery
elvish
bugger.
eyes
I-
are smiling.
oh dear.
I guess a weak bitch.
And I'll come back over to where Wren is and just dump them both on the ground.
God, aren't you all alright? What happened?
Apparently
I don't
that
know.
elven fucker from who was in our dream last night is here, and they both saw him, but I didn't.
And he just popped out to say rude things.
What rude? Oh yeah, he said they were lacking confidence.
Wait a minute. You guys saw him too? And he said that shit to you? He said the same shit to me, that fucker.
Yeah, looking at Noctis and back to the. Oh. No, definitely pretty damn sure that Noxus is in the same situation, not just kind of.
You all hear a familiar voice now. coming from above you. You look up into a tree bough. You can see the ebony individual, kind of like lounging in a tree branch to the side, kind of with his head in his hand, kind of one leg kind of like dangling over the side of the tree branch, and he says, "I wonder, your concern for each other's safety so much, is it just love or a lack of trust in one another's abilities?"
Oh,
Hey,
glares
there
at
he
him with
is.
that.
And you watch as some of the mist kind of like blows in front of him, blocking your vision for a second, and as it disappears by, he's no longer there.
See what I mean?
He's almost as dramatic as Krios is.
Who is he?
Oh, some dick.
Yes, I agree with that.
I
He
cast
is a
sending
dick.
to him.
You cast sending to him, Bureau.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. What do you say?
That's pretty rude behavior. Come back here and have a proper conversation if you want to say things like that.
You hear a response that says, "Hearing truths about oneself can often be misinterpreted as rude.
This
But if
guy's
you
really.
wish to converse with me, you can come to me. I believe the unicorn told you where to find me."
Oh, did?
He said the unicorn told us where to find him. Did the unicorn tell us where to find him?
Yeah, looking to Fike.
Yeah, he said he'll find us in our sleep this night.
Or was it your commune that said
Oh,
the
yeah,
entrance to the temple?
it-
Sorry.
Yeah, there was a temple at the bottom of the. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, Ren was
Sorry,
say.
it's been a week.
Sorry, it's been a
No,
week.
it's fine. Yeah, so Ren's just going to
She
say.
actually says that your fighter knows where to find me. The redhead knows where to find me. However he wants to word it. Yeah.
Just add more.
However you want to hear it.
Just add
Yeah,
more
right.
names to her growing list of names.
He says whatever he says to whoever he says it to.
Yes.
I hope. I really hope if Drunk Bureau says that exactly.
Sure.
He said whoever he said it to knows where to go, so whatever.
Hero, that makes no sense. Are you sure that's what he said?
I believe if I understand.
Of course, it doesn't make any sense.
I saw in my communion that there's some sort of temple at the bottom of the lake here. That would be where we should most probably go.
Yeah, that's easy. And Nox will start to go in the water.
Wait, Noxus!
What? You said it's down here, right?
Yes, but did I know how far down it was? Like,
I mean, you haven't explored how deep the lake is or anything.
okay, but I wasn't sure if like it gave me a distance from the like being able
It's
to.
at the bottom of like the center of the lake. You look
Okay.
out and you can see there's like an island in the middle of the lake with a single tree growing out of it.
Mhm.
And there's a landmass out there that's sort of in the middle of the lake, so maybe
Noxus, before you go, you had the ability to allow us to breathe, correct?
Yeah.
And that would be helpful in this case for all of us to be able to join you and deal in this matter.
Why should I trust you? Go down there with me.
Just kind of.
I can get there, no problem. I don't need you guys to come with me.
Hey,
Noxus.
first off, you don't get to shit talk anybody. You're a clumsy bitch.
Fike.
Well,
It's true.
you're definitely not gonna breathe underwater.
Now you're being rude, Nox. I'd
I
suggest
mean-
you help us all out by letting us breathe underwater.
Oh.
I don't
Wait, what
really.
did you say, Biero?
I
Oh, he's
suggest you
suggesting
help us out by helping us breathe underwater.
Are
And
you casting mass suggestion?
yeah, there goes my 7th level slot.
Oh shit!
You want to know what? I'm gonna be a dick, and I'm gonna snap, and I'm gonna counterspell it at 5th level.
All right, you have to make a roll.
What do I roll?
Just roll your
Charisma check.
spellcasting ability modifier, so a straight charisma check. DC is 17.
I don't. No, I don't add the
Nope.
modifier.
Just
Or just the
click
modifier.
the
That's
Just your charisma modifier.
Oh.
Yeah, he counters it.
That usually works.
He'll look. He'll as you do that, he'll look at you, flip you off, and go underwater.
Noxus! Just going to
Vanya will
jump down.
go after him and attempt to grapple him.
Okay, Vanya, you dive into the water after him. It is
I
not
sure
difficult
do.
for you to catch up to him because of your amulet.
It's gonna be fun.
So I would like you guys to make opposed grapple checks.
I will rage first.
Okay, so you have advantage.
So is that strength or is that athletics?
It's athletics or acrobatics, your choice, since he's the one trying to grapple you.
That's not great.
Athletics.
Yeah, you guys wrestle for a second underwater, Vanya, but he is able to wriggle away from you and continue swimming away. He gets about 15 feet away from you.
I will keep going after him.
All right, again, it's pretty easy for you to catch up to him
Motherfucker.
because
Yeah.
he has a swim speed of 40 right now, I believe.
I
Oh,
do.
30, just 30.
No,
My-
you're at half speed, so your swim speed is 15. This is half your movement because you're.
Oh, he has
Is
armor,
it?
or no? Or do you have different armor now?
No, I
it's
thought-
that's just how swim speed works.
That's just
when
how
you
swim
don't
speed
stir.
works.
Well, no, I thought
Yeah.
because I could breathe underwater. Is it just breathing underwater?
It's just breathing underwater. It doesn't mean that you can you
Yeah.
gain.
It'd be
like,
freedom
a
of
swim
movement,
speed
which
or
allow you
anything.
to.
Yeah.
You gain a swim speed equal to your walking speed.
With underwater breathing.
Yep.
All right.
Huh.
Well, his swim
Yep.
speed is 40. So
He still catches up. Yeah. I was like
Yeah.
half.
regardless, he still catches up to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and make another grapple check there, Noxus.
But done.
There we
Yeah,
go.
he's able to loop his arm, kind of put you in a full Nelson as he starts dragging you back towards the surface.
I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to gurgle into his ear as well. Get your head out of your ass!
It's in between your arms, not my ass. Let me go.
With that, Vanya, you lose about half your air.
Okay. I have like 2.5 minutes.
I know
left
you
of-
have.
so-
Yeah, I know you have. But I'm just, you know.
Before we
It's
get to the
fair.
top, before we get back to the top, may I have a chance to break out?
Yes, before you get back, so you get about halfway back to the top from where you were, Vanya. So Noxus, if you'd like to try and break out, you can.
While he's doing that, I'll go to Fike and say, "Why is he acting so weird?"
I don't know, man. I guess all that stupid is really like stacking.
Please, both of you.
Yeah, so you guys watch as Vanya surfaces again, holding Nox in like the lifeguard position as he's like pulling him back towards the shore. As Vanya kind of deposits Noxus on his rear end back on the shore next to all of you.
What the fuck, man? Why'd you do that?
Thank you,
I was
Vanya.
almost there.
'Cause he's being
Noxus.
an ass.
I'm not being an ass. You're being an ass. I could have got there.
This isn't. Tis not their fault. Something happened when they saw. This isn't unlike all of you.
I just stand up. Well, as the intellectual of the group, perhaps I should look at them, see if I could figure out what's going on.
Nope, you ain't touching me.
Fine, I will not touch you. I will touch Biro.
I will have a drink.
Fine. Wait, Biro, actually put that down for a minute. Do you mind just putting it down?
I will lower it to my belt.
All right. Now, you're going to hate me, but you have the solution to this. So I'm going to cast 5 points of lay on hands on Biro and sober him.
All right. So Biro, you don't heal anything, but Fike touches you. Some radiant light transfers from him to you, and you are no longer intoxicated. And this bothers you.
Okay, does it bother me to an extent that I still don't recognize that something's wrong with me? Or
Well, you just don't recognize that anything's wrong with you. You're just
Okay.
upset about no longer being drunk.
What the fuck did you do that for? And I start
Because
trying. I start drinking again.
that's okay. That's right. See, this is
He
good.
gave me back the alchemy jug. Ha!
We know
After he filled
what
his flask.
Yeah.
we know what his so he has a vice. We understand this now. Now I could try to remove this vice from him through magical means that only I possess. So I will rub my hands together. I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on Bureau. and see
Lesser
if this
restoration?
fixes anything. Yep.
All right. You reach out and touch him if he allows you to.
I will try to dodge out of the way.
Okay.
So I have to make an attack roll.
Yeah, we'll say that. We'll say it's an attack roll to like put your hand on him.
I'll just use the symbol of the Everlight because it's easy.
Okay. Pretty sure that beats your armor class, yeah?
Yeah, by a little bit.
Yeah. So you touch him and you cast Lesser Restoration. You don't notice any change, Bureau.
I'm trying to be drunk so that I don't feel like shit. Would you please leave me alone? And I start
Fine.
drinking.
That is fine. As we can see, the subject here has no change. He still wants his binky. So I will break out the big guns.
Binky?
Yes, it's
What's a binky?
a pacifier.
Oh.
Oh, I know what that is.
See, as the intellectual of the group, I knew that you guys didn't. I'm going to once again. I'm going to cast out of the prayer bead necklace, Greater Restoration on Bureau.
Okay. Do you allow this, Bureau?
I probably am busy just trying to chug my flask at the moment.
Okay. So your head's back as you're like pounding your flask. As you reach out and touch him, Fike, and cast Greater Restoration from the prayer beads.
Yes, I do. Yes.
All right. As you do, you watch the prayer beads light up with a radiant divine light, which shoots through your hand and into Biero, going up and creating like a small halo over his head for a brief moment. And Biero, the urge that was driving you is suddenly no longer your sole motivator. It is no longer your most important drive.
So I'm essentially back to normal except for
Yes.
the amount of alcohol I've consumed.
Yes.
Hey.
I mean, I could put 5 points of laying hands on him and sober him again completely.
Well, he hasn't drank enough to get re-drunk. So,
Oh, okay.
That's always
but
good.
you can remove the intoxication. It doesn't do anything for the hangover that he's now experiencing, though.
Oh,
And
Well-
I want to do that Will Smith thing when he kind of presents his wife, and I go, "Here you have it, the bitch."
ow!
Hey,
Aren't you alright? Yeah?
I have a hangover now. But
Are you
I've-
feeling less stupid?
why did I waste all that magic?
Oh god.
I don't know.
Oh, hey, but at least that spell apparently does something.
My sentiments exactly.
Let's see.
It's hard being the brains of the group.
Welcome back.
Fike
Hey,
seems to
Fike.
me to be behaving kind of normally. So.
Hey, hey, Fike. I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
No, that is not normal.
So, you say you're the intellectual, right?
Mm-hmm. Obviously.
So, can you please explain to me why you thought it was smart? Because I've been thinking about this a lot. When we went back for the beholder, since you're the intellectual.
Noxus.
Having a hangover and feeling irritable, am gonna walk over and smack Nox in the face and cast Greater Restoration on him and say, "Stop being an asshole."
Damn it! I wanted to be an asshole for a little while longer.
I have a great retort.
I feel like you should take a point of psychic damage for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a retort. It's very simple. The same reason that when we had the war in Terse Fields, you thought it was a very smart idea to put me on the opposite side of the battlefield with all the enemies surrounding me, where I died.
You did die?
Sometimes we make poor decisions.
Enough. That is enough.
Well, at least Fike is normal.
Um,
I don't think he is.
no.
Viero, make an unarmed attack roll. I guess you know what? We'll have it be a melee spell attack.
Is he still grappled by
No,
Vanya?
no.
Okay.
He's just.
I definitely would not let. Yeah, I definitely would not.
I
let
know.
you
That's
try
why
and
he's
do that.
making. So make a spell attack against him. A melee spell attack.
So, let me just make a charisma check and add 5.
Well, you can just go to your spell sheet and hit spell attack.
Oh, can I?
I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't give me something.
Spell
But
attack roll.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't. All right. Well, you don't.
There we go.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Hey.
24.
24. I'm pretty sure that hits you, Noxus. Yeah.
It does.
All right. So you cast Greater Restoration.
Yep.
Do you have the material components for that?
That was the last of my diamond dust.
That was the last of your diamond dust.
Yep.
All right.
Damn.
We have residuum.
Yes, you do.
You do.
That clears your mind, Noxus, and you kind of realize what you just said to Fike.
Oh, I really just fucked up.
Yes. Yes,
That
you
was,
did.
That was. I'm so sorry. Oh shit.
'Twas not you. 'Twas not any of you.
Here's the thing, Renata. Yes, it was.
What are you talking
I
about?
was thinking that. I was thinking that fucking thought for a very long time.
Not so loud.
and and I've just been trying to work through it. I know he was just trying to do the right thing, and I just was pissed. So I actually felt that. I guess whatever this was actually just made me not afraid to say what I've been thinking. And it's a good thing you did what you did, because I would have probably said some really fucked up things along the way.
Noxus.
And I'm sorry if I didn't already say that.
Well, the air is human, or they say, but some of us make more mistakes than others. So
Fike.
Is
Wait a
he
minute.
being weird after all?
No,
I
yes,
don't
he
believe
is.
he is.
That's-
He's
Uh,
being very
make-
smug.
insight checks. Because I mean, Fike can be smug.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
that smug and not to us
Not
normally
this-
that hard.
Yeah, it's smug to another level. Oh no, I think I just rolled history by accident.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay, good.
Shouldn't have been an advantage, but still 24.
Yeah.
I mean, Vanya's seen Fike as most vulnerable. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's not.
oh boy!
Oh. Well,
Zing
well,
pow.
hang on. So is Nox though, but not in that way.
Vanya, like Fike can be pretty precocious and bombastic and have quite a bit of bravado and think a lot of himself, but this is like that turned up to 11.
Vanya will walk over to Fike and put his hands on Fike's shoulders and like lean down the like 2 feet or whatever necessary for them to be at eye level, and just look him in the eye and say, "Fike, you're being a shit, a very smug little shit. You need to stop that, because that elf fucker is fucking with you. So stop that.
Make me, you weak bitch.
Oh!
Oh, he's gone from. The power bottom has become the power top.
Oh boy.
Oh shit!
How does Vanya respond to this? Hold on. Shh. How does Vanya respond to this?
Vanya is going to.
All right. By the
Vanya's
way,
gonna-
with that statement, now you guys are definitely like, okay.
Yeah.
Vanya's gonna try and reach into Fike's mouth and grab his tongue.
Who got the diamonds from the embassy?
I don't know what kind of attack roll.
I think it was me.
Yeah.
That's what I do to my dog when he won't stop licking me.
Yeah. Vanya, I'll say this is a form of a grapple, I
Yeah.
would say.
Okay, now he's gonna be back to power bottom. Okay.
That's how I'm gonna rule it. So you have to make an athletics check. And Fike, you can make an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice. You kind of like with your left hand kind of grab him by both cheeks and kind of force his mouth open, and with your your ring finger and thumb, because the rest of your hands are too big, you kind of reach in and grab his tongue and pull it out just a little bit.
I'm gonna look him real close in the face while I have his tongue out, and I'm gonna whisper to him, "Now remember, I could have ripped your fucking tongue out for all to see."
Yeah, well, but
Consider yourself made to stop being a smug little bitch. And consider any days of the two of us enjoying company over.
Oh. Oh.
Knox,
Damn.
give me the diamonds.
Mhm.
Okay. Diamonds.
I pray you as soon as possible.
Bureau, you think, seeing as how you can't substitute residuum for resurrection spells, you think that the residuum might be better to use as opposed to the diamonds?
Okay, I reach into my pouch for the residuum, and then I go, "Fuck! I have the components, but I don't have the spell casting ability right now."
Oh.
I don't know what that means. If you were talking to me.
None of us know that.
I was asking Vanya, can I have my tongue back now?
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Well, if you were speaking in character, then whatever. That's
I was
that's
speaking
good.
Character.
Are
Way
you
to
going
not break character.
nod or shake your head? Are you going to keep being a shit?
Like
I can't see his camera. Hold on.
He shrugged.
He shrugged.
Vanya's gonna fucking roll his eyes. He would facepalm, but both of his hands are kind of busy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
he
are.
forearm to foreheads himself.
Oh.
Uh,
He dabs. That's what he does.
yeah, I guess he unintentionally dabs.
Cannon.
Vanya dabs.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes and keep holding Fike's tongue. Anybody else have the spells to make him stop being a shit?
Nope. Wait a minute.
I mean, he's always a shit.
I could have switched it out, but
He is not always a shit.
I kind of.
None of you are.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Well, we're gonna need to make the best of it until we can get some rest. We're not gonna let this asshole beat us.
No,
And
we
I
are
kind of
not.
gesture out into the ether as to wherever that weird asshole was.
Glancing down back at the water and shaking her head. Noxus, even if you are thinking that, even if this is pieces of yourselves that you aren't keeping down, that is a part of you, and yes, it makes things difficult when it comes to the surface so quickly, and yes, it doth make it difficult to trust, but we aren't here for each other either way. Faults and all. You should not need us to hide such things from us. None of you should.
She's right. Shock makes people terrible. And I'll like gesture a shoulder at Fike as an example.
I'm still not convinced he's being abnormal.
He is.
Oh, absolutely he is. Trust me. Fike would have said, "Oh yes, please, Daddy."
That's true. Now I'm convinced.
By the way, if this is the first test, there are 2 more.
Oh, fucking joy! This is gonna be fun. All right, so we're going down under, right? All right, how many are you? 1, 2, 3. All right, I can give it to you.
Didn't you already use that ability?
I never used it because I'm the only one that went underwater.
I know, but you still would have to cast it on yourself in order to go under there, be able to breathe,
No.
and have your swim speed that you wanted.
You can breathe underwater, and you gain a swimming speed equal to your walking speed.
Yeah.
You can also cast water breathing.
What spell is this?
It's not a
It's
spell.
Invocation.
It's an invocation.
Invocation.
Oh,
So I just have it,
Okay.
but if I have to give it to people.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I need to mark off that I did a counter spell.
Yes, you do.
Forgot about that. So I have 2 spell slots. All right, are we ready to go under? Because we gotta go down to that temple, right? You said we gotta go to the temple?
Yes, at the center, I believe, or the very bottom.
the only way through is forward.
Agreed.
No,
I'll drag Fike to the lake by his tongue and then push him in.
I still need to give it to him? Okay.
Sploosh.
Was that really necessary?
He needs something to shock him back into being normal again.
I thought that was the magic that we doth not have at the moment.
We don't have magic. I'm trying to solve the problem with what I have.
I understand.
Well,
Right.
better to have an overconfident person than somebody you can't trust. Or that can't trust you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Gonna
All
go
right.
over and clap a hand on Noxus's shoulder. It's all right.
All right, all that's coming, let's go. And he will snap his fingers and cast the water breathing.
Now, does the water breathing spell grant the rest of them a swim speed, or just allow them to breathe underwater?
I believe it just says that they
The
can
spell
breathe.
itself is just breathing.
Yeah.
unless the-
Yeah.
All right. The spell itself is just breathing. Your invocation allows you to have a. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So
Um,
you guys all feel suddenly like you are able to breathe underwater.
But as we do, also going to kind of look over at the panther, step into the water a bit, and
Can I give it to the Panthers?
You could.
or I could just
Yeah,
recast.
You can do it on up to like 10 people or something like that, right? Or
Yeah.
10 creatures.
So yeah, I'll give it to the Panthers.
Or you could, since it's a new day, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She was about to
recast
she was about to recast in the water.
All right.
No worries. All right, Aura, something for this then? Then she's gonna clink.
All right. You clink it together, and you watch as Aura kind of disappears from the beach, and reappear under the water as a giant seahorse.
Woo! Nice. All right. And I suppose I can take Piero if you wisheth to
Yep,
come with us.
sure. Thanks.
I'll swim next to Vanya and Pike. Give Vanya some backup if Pike starts shit.
Okay.
Yeah, we're basically. I feel like we're all like kind of surrounding them with Spike.
Okay. All right, as you guys begin to submerge yourself into the water and begin to swim down and towards the center of the lake, you can begin to. It's almost like you have a further sight line down here than you did up there because the mist isn't penetrating underwater. And as you get closer to that center landmass that was in the middle of the lake that had that single tree with the golden leaves, you see what looks like almost looks like a worked stone entrance in that goes directly into the earth that makes up that like miniature island. It's probably about like 100 feet away from you.
I would like to look around to see if there's anything that's going to kill us.
Same.
Probably a good idea. Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Is it straight because we're underwater, or do I still get my shield?
You still have your shield.
Okay.
With your superior dark vision and everything. 19. You glance around. Other than the odd random like small fish, it doesn't appear to be anything dangerous.
Give the thumbs up to everybody and continue on swimming.
Just go towards whatever place looks like it could be an entrance down there.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that worked stone like
Right.
entryway. Yeah.
That.
So, as you guys
Yeah,
swim,
I figured that's the direction we should be going. So
yeah, as you swim closer, you can see what looks like a constructed stone archway that disappears into the earth, probably the part where the island meets the floor of this saltwater lake. And there also appears to be what looks like large stone, like a sealed stone in the archway, and there's all sorts of like underwater vegetation growing on this workstone. Um, uh, yeah, there's all sorts of like underwater growing vegetation, like algae and seaweed and stuff that kind of is coating this archway and entryway.
Um, I can at least try to just
stone,
cut through
what
some
is
of the algae and some of the like the seaweed and stuff that seems to be, if it looks like it's keeping it closed, or like
You get a little bit closer and start cutting away. It doesn't seem like it's keeping it closed.
oh, just like cut,
It's just
giving
kind of
us
like
a.
growing across it. But
Oh,
as you begin to remove some of it, you can see beneath it, like worked into the stone, there's some sort of like iconography or like reliefs that seem to be carved into the stone.
Ooh, any idea what those are like?
You'd
How
probably have
big?
to remove more.
Mm.
How
To get an
big is
idea.
this? How
But
big
yeah,
is
I'll
this
probably
stone?
remove as much as I can.
It's probably like 15 feet wide and like 20 feet tall.
I'll help her remove some.
All right.
Well, that's interesting.
You guys spend the better part of the next like 5-10 minutes or so like clearing away all of this like seaweed and algae from the door. And as you do, there's no language around it except for in one spot appears to be there's like the stone block in the middle does appear to be vertically split down the middle. There doesn't appear to be any sort of like door like handles or anything like that, any spot where you could open it. But there is all sorts of iconography around the archway. There appears to be like some sort of paragraph written on the doorway, for lack of a better term, because it doesn't look like a door. It just looks like two large stone slabs that are like kind of together like this. And what appears to be like two handprint reliefs on the door.
Can any of us read it?
Make a perception, an investigation check.
Okay.
Anyone or just her?
What languages does everybody speak again?
Celestial, Draconic, Elvish.
Okay, Wren. The characters are celestial, but it's like a word scramble. They're all like mixed, mashed, and like it's gobbledygook. It's like if
Then-
someone's in celestial kind of like smashed on a keyboard.
Oh.
So that means Fike and Renata. Is anybody else can read Celestial?
Bureau, if he's got the slot for it.
Nope. I
Tongues
don't have
doesn't
it.
allow you to read.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah.
No,
No.
that's comprehend languages.
Hmm.
So it's just Fike and Renata. So Mr. Overconfident and Renata.
And Renata. So yeah, these aren't celestial runes, but they maketh no words.
Can
Simply
you
lettering.
draw the letters in common on in the sand here in the ground or something?
The syllables, perhaps, but
Are all of you investigating this thing as well?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
If everyone else wants, like, if you're just investigating the whole structure in general, you can
Yeah.
like, roll.
Knox,
So you're like, I knew
Knox
the thing,
would,
but
Knox would.
How do I have the highest investigation?
You
Vanya,
don't. I just rolled shit.
Yeah, me
Well,
too.
the highest investigation check.
Bureau,
of
you're like looking, your brain is an overdrive. You're like making things more complicated than they are. Vanya, you're a more simple-minded individual, and there's no real language to this. The reliefs around the outside are just imagery that kind of represents the four elements: earth, fire, water, and air.
so we find the fifth element. We got this.
I'll let everybody know, and then I'll wander over to the like water one and see if there's anything that I can like push on it or something like
There's not
that.
like a specific section. That it's kind of like almost like it's telling a story,
Ah, okay. Do
like
I get a sense
like
of?
hieroglyphics, if you will.
Do I get a sense of what said story might be?
With an 18, not 100%, no.
Okay.
But I mean, if you point it out to your compatriots and they are able to investigate it further, they might be able to.
I pointed out to my compatriots. Hey,
Okay.
look at this weird story
Story.
going on here.
Take a look.
What
Try
it
to
says
make
is
sense of
when water comes, fire is bad and earth is good. That's what it says. Totally
That's not.
kidding.
The rest of you are like, that's not what it says.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'll allow one of you to make another investigation check now that Vanya's kind of like began solving the puzzle, for lack of a better term. For
I'll do it. And I know what I can
you.
do.
You're gonna
with
do
this
it,
one.
Wren?
Yeah, I think I have the best investigation besides Vaughn. Well, I think
Bureau?
Bureau.
Bureau
Well,
has
oh
a
right,
lot.
Bureau has a good investigation. Shit, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. For a
I
second,
can assist him.
my
if you'd
brain. I will assist him. I'm sorry.
Alright, no worries. All good. I mean, it's fair to assume I'll roll low. So.
It
Well, you have
is.
advantage.
Hey!
Pasta.
Now that you've kind of like simplified it and you're stopped trying to look that you're like it's like you couldn't see the forest through the trees before, kind of.
Sure.
And as he points it out, you see that this is in almost like a hieroglyphic form appears to be telling the story of how the gods kind of tamed the four elements at the creation.
This tells us how the gods tamed the four elements at creation.
Oh.
Can't believe I couldn't make it out before.
Really? I wonder what kept you from. Oh,
Probably the
sorry.
hangover.
Sorry.
Probably.
I'm still on dick mode. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Please do.
Well, to get to get a sense of all right, if that's the do any of the runes or anything like that seem to match to
Like a
anything
god's
that might
name
be
or, like-
involved with a god or a
Yeah.
As you're looking them over, it really doesn't. It just looks like literally like someone kind of took a keyboard and smashed it. It's in Celestial, like the characters are Celestial, but it's like AXWYGF space, XLMJT space, like
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And there's still those two like handprint indents on either side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just press on the imprint?
Yeah,
And then Fike's gonna cover his mouth.
I'll do that. I'll
So
just
Vani
put
doesn't
my
snatch
hands
his
in
gun.
the.
Be
in
careful,
the imprints.
Biero.
Careful is got nothing to do with what I do.
Very true.
So you reach out, Bureau, and you put your hands on the handprints on both, one on each.
Yep.
All right, as you do, something happens. You watch as the characters begin to like rearrange themselves. You still don't understand it, Bureau, because you don't speak Celestial.
Me and Ren do.
Mm-hmm.
Ren,
guys-
come try this.
All right.
Or is it making any sense to you what these
I'm gonna take a look.
rearrangements are happening?
As you look back over
Yeah.
it actually makes sense now. It forms
Hey.
words.
Hooray!
It says, "Betwixt the chaos, our order reigns. The one who made us refined the plains. As ages die, their time and ember, the four endure, the four remember."
Cute. State all of that because I don't have it to read.
Fike will say that 1 second quicker than Ren does.
Okay. As Fike finishes it 1 second quicker than you, the doors begin to shift and open.
Oh,
And
that was easy.
as there wasn't any water on the other side, the current sucks all of you into
Whoa.
the open entryway.
Water slide.
As you get flushed into this next open entryway, you hear the door closing behind you as you get sucked into this darkness, darting which way and that. As you keep coming, jetting forward, you see another set of vertically stone slabs that begin to open as well. You go flushing past those in this smooth hallway with nothing to grab onto to stop yourselves. And as you come splashing out, those close behind you. The water isn't enough to fill the chamber, and you all kind of like tumble ass over tea kettle onto hard stone surface in what seems like pitch black at first.
Oh.
Hopefully,
second
Ora
later-
didn't come with me because I don't want my seahorse suffocating to death.
Oh, Aura
please.
came with me. Yeah.
Shit, no! Oh, no.
As Aura is kind of like flapping
No! I'm
on
trying
the-
to
on the
find
solid
water. Oh,
floor,
shit.
and you guys are kind of recovering from this this weird like water slide thing that happened.
Quickly, like, try to get back up and run over to Aura. Oh, no.
As you guys notice, 4 braziers in the center of this square room flash to life.
Hopefully that was the wit part.
I doubt it. I think this is the wit part.
Ren, your aura doesn't look so good.
No. Any kind of water source in here I can try?
Make a perception check.
It's a giant seahorse. It needs a lot of water. We need like a dolphin tank.
Other than the puddles that you guys are currently sitting in, no.
That was mean, Bill. So mean.
You
This
should
was
have let me
planned
just keep it.
long before your
I
aura.
thought
I could have made
So
it breathe
mean.
underwater. I could have made it breathe underwater. It would have been fine.
You have breathe regular air.
Yeah, you don't have
Doc.
breathe regular air, Noxus.
No, he said if you would have
Oh,
kept
the Panther. No, that's so mean.
Can you
you
just
should
Then-
have dismissed them.
Yeah, just Yeah, dismiss.
I'm sorry.
That's
Like,
so
this was-
mean.
I'd planned this way before you decided to turn her into a seahorse.
You didn't think I would put an underwater thing to go underwater?
I don't know. Yes, I'm sorry. I forgot to look at my crystal ball.
Here, Bill, you want to use mine since I have one for trying?
Cavalier needs their mount at all times.
I'll never have a.
Um,
I'll never have my mount.
But yes, so you are in this square worked stone room with 4 braziers kind of equally placed throughout, evenly spaced throughout the room in a square form.
How big is the room? So,
It's about like 20 feet by 20 feet by 20 feet. It's not huge.
Is there anything besides the braziers? Any?
Any more iconography?
Yeah.
There is, as you look around on the walls, there's more iconography that's similar, or hieroglyphs, for lack of a better term, that kind of match the same themes as the one at the entrance to the door.
Mm-hmm.
More, the swirling elemental chaos being tamed by the deities. You can see them all kind of visibly represented in their usual humanoid avatar forms, all of the prime deities.
Any more letters or words?
Make an investigation checks. Fike, you don't want to make one?
Oh yeah, investigation doesn't require me to talk. Yeah.
I'm not a fucking slave master, Fike. You can talk.
No, he was talking before. He doesn't mind that. He talked earlier.
You just can't be a shit.
So yeah, Wren and Biero, on the opposite side of the room, you can see what looks like another paragraph and scrawled into the wall, and 2 more handprints.
Does this one look like it's jumbled first, or is it?
You'd have to get closer to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out then.
I'll move closer as well.
All right.
I'll move closer.
It does appear to be. It is in celestial characters again.
Mm-hmm.
And it does appear to be jumbled again.
Right.
Is it jumbled again, Wren?
It is.
All right, here we go. Put my hands in the handprints.
Okay. As you do, the words again begin to reform. It says, as you read it, I'm assuming you're reading it out loud, Wren, for everyone. It says, "The foolish man wastes me, the average man spends me, and a wise man invests me, yet all men succumb to me." And as you finish reading it out loud, you watch as the braziers flare much brighter, and you can feel the room getting warmer.
I have the answer.
Go ahead.
It's time.
That's what I thought it was.
You watch as the braziers die down, the room cooling off, and an entrance shifts open in front of you where the handprints were.
Well, welcome to the test of wit.
Vanya
This
gives
is gonna
Spike
be so much fun.
Vanya gives Spike an approving nod. Good shit.
Forward then.
Forward on.
So he's gonna follow at the back.
All right. You guys continue on, walking down a smaller hallway that isn't lit, with just more of that same iconography all over the walls. After about 30 feet or so, at a slight decline, you come to another set of doors, stone doors that slide open for you as you enter a room that looks almost exactly like the one you were just in, as far as the iconography and scrawling and reliefs carved into the walls, minus the 4 braziers. So it's pitch black in here.
What do I see?
You see exactly what I just explained. There appears to be, I'm assuming as you guys are looking for it now, on the opposite side of the room, another set of handprint reliefs and some sort of words.
Head that way.
Well, yep. I guess that's the right way to go. Bureau, since this has been working for you, why don't you do it again?
I do it again.
Be ready for anything. Maybe we should have looked at the rest of the room. Damn it.
As you put your hands on it, the words re-jumble into Celestial. Wren, do you read it out loud?
Yes.
It says, passed from father to son and shared between brothers. Its importance is unquestioned, though it is used more by others.
Its importance is what?
Is unquestioned. As you say the last word, slots. There's a pulse in the room. You feel even yours, Nox, water breathing dispelled from all of you, and the room begins to fill with water.
Oh, hey, Ryan, you can bring your horse back out.
What's
Hey,
that?
I can't.
I missed the first part of the riddle.
I knew it was gonna be a riddle row. By the way, guys, I called it last week.
Oh yeah, you did.
It says passed from father to son and shared between brothers. Its importance is unquestioned, though it is used more by others.
A name.
oh, I was gonna say blood.
The water passages close as the water begins to drain out of the room. Your ability is returned to you, Nox, as it is no longer being suppressed. The door in front of you slides open.
Wow, it's a good thing we got a bunch of smart people here.
I will Fico pat Knox without saying any words and just give him an approving nod.
Thank you.
Just gonna start walking towards the through that door.
You walk through an almost identical hallway into another room, identical room, with just simple torches lighting it around the outside. It's almost identical setup to the 2 previous rooms you've been in.
Look around for the similar kind of handprints, and
they are on the opposite wall from you.
Is it like, has it been like a right, and a right, or is it like a right?
It's straight and down at an angle.
Oh, okay.
we're just
Each
deep
time.
diving.
And in the room that you're in, it flattens out, and then when you get to the next hallway, it kind of not a huge like decline, but like you can enough that you can notice.
It's noticeable.
Yeah.
We'll just glance over to Biero and just as usual.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I go put my hands in the prints.
All right. The words reform in front of you, and it says, "Men desire me in public, but fear me in private." And as you read the last word, slots in the ceiling begin to open, and sand begins to fill the room.
Okay. men want me in secret or desire me in secret, but
In public.
or no, public, and then don't want me in secret. I don't know.
Desire me in public.
But fear me in private.
Is attention?
Hmm.
No, because there's no attention when you're
I
when
mean,
you're in
public.
private.
The truth?
The holes in the ceiling close. The
Nice.
sand drains out the floor
Let's go.
Oh,
as the
shit.
door in front of you slides open.
Given, yeah, that's literally what I pulled from my head just from what happened to us back, like, outside. That conversation.
Fike's thought was completely somewhere else. I'm really glad I didn't say my thing.
You should tell the group what you were
Shocker.
thinking.
Nope.
Nope, he says.
Nope.
Keep on keeping on.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
All right. As you continue down the decline, you come to another set of doors that open for you into yet another identical room filled with torches that line the wall. A jumbled paragraph on the wall opposite you with 2 handprints.
Yep, up to
Do
that
it
one
again.
too.
All right. As you come up to it, Bureau, you put your handprints into it. The words reassemble, and they read as Renata and Fike speed read against each other out loud. to get it out. I shine brightest in the dark. I am there but cannot be seen. To have me costs you nothing. To be without me costs you everything. As that happens, all the air is sucked out of the room and you are now in a vacuum.
Oh shit.
What is
Oh.
everyone's constitution modifier?
5.
4.
4.
You can breathe, you can hold your breath equal to what your in minutes your constitution modifier.
Just breathe.
Not light.
And every time you speak, you lose air.
It's not
Say the
light.
riddle one more time.
What's that? Sorry, not
Yeah, more things.
Can you say it one more time?
sure. I shine brightest in the dark. I am there but cannot be seen. To have me costs you nothing. To be without me costs you everything. So if you make a guess, you'll lose a minute of air.
Oh. Where's dark?
Brightest in the dark. And saying light, we've already said light, and that didn't work.
Well, I didn't. I
No.
wanted
You
to
didn't
get
count
out.
that.
I didn't
Oh, you didn't
count that
count it.
because I wanted to get out that for every guess you make costs you a minute of air before you actually say it. So
Okay.
Okay. I'll say light.
if someone wants to make that guess, you can feel free to do so.
I will make that guess.
You say light,
Yes.
and air does not return to the room, and you've lost a minute of air.
Okay.
Hope.
Who says that?
Vanya.
Vanya says hope, and you guys feel a rush as the air refills the room. As a couple minutes had passed
Brightest at night?
in the
Nice.
dark,
In the dark, not at.
not at night, in the dark,
Yeah.
as the doors open.
Not Stevania.
Well done, big man.
I'll just give them a nod back.
On we go.
Onward.
This time, as the door opens, you can see light pouring in through the hallway.
Maybe let me go first for this one.
No
Alright.
objection.
Hey, Fike.
Hey, back.
Hey,
Did we solve the riddle?
Vaughn, you
we
said-
did.
Faith?
Hope.
Yeah. It's close enough.
Yeah.
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 Do you guys proceed into the hallway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll go in front.
Alrighty. As you guys proceed down the hallway, the light at the end of the tunnel gets brighter and brighter as you come out into an open expanse. As you kept going down, you can look up and see sky, and you are on the surface of what appears to be a beautiful lake with tiny waves kind of lapping up against several stone surfaces that are kind of spotted throughout the water that are connected with these huge heavy chains. And opposite you on one of these little like stone islands, you hold on, I'm getting my audio together here.
Dragon voice bill is coming out soon.
Opposite you on the platform, you see the ebony-skinned man with the golden dreadlocks and the golden open-chested kimono with a big smile across his face that says, "The test of wits. Impressive."
Yeah.
You know, you're awful dickish for someone who's supposed to be a good dragon.
My apologies, but the knowledge I carry must be protected and not given to those who have not earned it.
You know what we face?
I have seen it. You guys look off to the right, and there's another like small stone island, kind of loosely connected to the other stone islands with chains, and there is a water fountain that's kind of like pouring out into the rest of this water fixture. As you look out, there's like seems to be that mist that kind of cuts off your vision, so you can't see out past the water. You turn around and see the doorway behind you, but as you kind of look around and to see the tunnel, there's no tunnel there. It's just a doorway. If you look in the doorway, you can see the tunnel, but like if you look out around the side, there's no tunnel there. It's just an open doorway. As you turn back and look at him, he says, "I have seen it." And you see a third eye kind of flash on his forehead.
Ooh, that's freaky.
You don't see that every day. And
My apologies for the mind games.
Speaking of which, can you fix? And she's looking to Fike.
Yes, could you unsmug my friend, please?
You get ahead of yourselves. There is still one test that remains.
Oh yeah, that's
Strength.
right.
And she's going to put a hand on both hilts, the blades.
Yeah,
Like,
a
just pulls out
test-
his scimitar. And just
A
like,
test of strength. And you watch as the form shifts and grows and begins to grow golden scales, and huge wings shoot out of its back as you watch this enormous, huge, gold-scaled, ancient dragon appear in front of you, and I need you all to roll initiative.
Hell yeah! And it's like, I couldn't help
Nice.
with any of that bullshit. I can help here, damn it.
well, shit.
I'm gonna
Well,
use
hell.
I'm gonna use luck on my initiative to beat Bureau.
Fucker.
Man, you guys blasted through all my riddles.
They were fun riddles.
They were very good riddles.
I set up a
I'm
riddle.
honestly surprised.
I set up a riddle Discord, which apparently nobody accepted my invite for because I was preparing for this. And
You did not, you asshole.
I didn't get an invite.
You lying sack of shit.
I am a lying sack of shit. That is correct. Hey, I kept my tongue out for like 4 minutes because I'm married to the bit. So.
Wait.
Oh, I know that token.
What token?
Oh, the dragon. David's used it
Oh.
before.
Yeah.
It's literally the monster manual art for gold
Yeah.
dragons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like, I remember that dragon. Oh, right. I need to... Sorry about that. There we go. Give us the map view.
I am suddenly regretting wasting all that magic.
Yeah, right?
It's fine, you know. Gold dragons are like the bitches of the metallic dragons, right?
No, they're actually.
Don't
the
say that
strongest.
out loud.
I know. I'm well aware.
I know.
So where do we put
It's
our
kind
tokens?
of what's worse than fighting a red dragon?
Fighting
Oh.
a gold dragon.
Welp. This is gonna be great.
It will be.
Bill,
I'll probably
why are
get
you
a chance
writing
to
so
try out
much?
my new.
Why am I writing so much?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, no.
This battle map is brought to you by Roll20.
Actually, it has a Patreon in the corner. We could beef out.
Oh yeah. Afternoon Maps. It's brought to you by Afternoon Maps. We are not getting paid by.
No, but they make great shit on Patreon, so go check them out. There we go.
Yeah.
Cross promotion.
Yeah, totally.
All right, and this combat will begin as soon as I'm done peeing.
Hey, hey, okay. D&D Beyond, everyone.
D&D Beyond, everybody.
All right. So while he's gone, I honestly really think it is a test of your the strength to resist the urge to fight. Because think of it this way: we've always gone straight head on in a fight and like
Incorrect.
never tried to.
Y'all
reason.
have gone into a fight.
But
I
at the
tried to
same
stop
time,
everybody.
we are trying to defeat a fucking Tarask.
Exactly.
So,
We're being tested to see if we're worthy of weapons to.
yeah, literally
if
worthy of
it's like-
weapons.
If he was going to have something for fucking.
Hey, there he is.
The strength of our
Oh
friendship.
wait, he's back, guys. He's back. Shush, 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 shush.
All right. So, by the by, you guys are all down here.
Good
Oh,
to
okay, all
know.
the way down to the bottom? Okay.
Yep.
Do.
And Biero, you get to act first.
Well, I'll start by drawing my sword.
Okay.
Does it put out his dragon's breath by any chance?
You know what? You don't know.
Fuck it. I'm going to try a hypnotic pattern.
What is the range of hypnotic pattern?
120 feet, so I should measure that first, I suppose.
Probably.
I have to zoom away the freak out.
And what's and how like where? So you can place it at 120 feet away from you,
And it's a 30-foot cube.
and it's a 30-foot cube. So If you place it 120 feet straight out from you, he would be just inside the range.
Okay, well, let's have a wisdom save,
A wisdom saving throw, you say?
I say.
Alrighty.
The components is a glow stick, guys.
Glow
Just know
stick!
that. You throw a glow stick at him, and it
Rave!
explodes in his eyes.
Bureau's, Bureau's rave.
And I should say that I would be doing it through the loot if it's not too late.
Oh, okay. So what does that mean? Anything?
Creatures have disadvantage on charmed effects.
Okay, is that it's a charm effect?
Yep.
That is a 24. Because
Just saying.
he has advantage on saves against spells, so it's just a straight roll. First one.
Straight roll.
Yeah, it's a 24.
All right. Well, with my bonus action, I will inspire Vanya.
Alright.
Go get him, big guy. This is the moment prior to several moments prior to the moment you were born for.
One of many moments I was born for.
So many moments.
All right. Would you like to move?
If I can move like here-ish and maybe get a little cover behind that pillar.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, no, I made a mistake.
Hmm?
He did not have advantage, so it was the second roll he rolled, which was 19. Does that make a difference?
It does not make a difference.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There's a good chance.
Never mind then.
You did your best.
Good to know, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I will attempt to hide behind a pillar. Behind this pillar up here if I can.
Okay. That ends your turn?
Yep.
Fike.
I will bonus action cast Wrathful Smite on my Scimitar of Speed.
Okay.
Because I'm pissed that Biro went before me, and I'm better than him. I will dash 60 feet.
Are you Are you jumping across that gap or running across the bridge?
Running across the bridge.
All right, so make sure you mark your distances accordingly.
I did. It gets me right there. Or, all right, there.
Yep.
That was action, movement, and bonus action. So,
Yep.
done.
All right. That brings us to initiative count 20. You watch as both the dragon's eyes and that third eye on his forehead flare again, but stay glowing. You don't know what that means, but yeah.
No.
Vanya.
Alrighty. I'm going to rage.
All right. So use your bonus action to go into a rage.
Hell yeah. And then I'm going to dash towards the dragon.
All right.
Should get me to there.
Alright.
And I'm very relieved that there's finally something to fight, so I'm going to shout something to the effect of, "Yes! Finally! Come fight me, you glorious bastard!" That'll be my turn.
All right. That brings us to Uluru. You watch as Uluru, his wings flap, and he takes flight and flies up into the air about 40 feet, and also flies over to not about that, not that high. He just kind of flies and lands right there. Right? Hold on. I'm double checking stuff. Knowing the dramatic tension. I'm sorry, right there. And rears back and lets out a huge I need everyone within 120 feet of him, so that's all
Damn.
of you, to make wisdom saving throws.
Here we go.
Well, fortunately, I'm shitty at
I'm
those.
gonna Indomitable. Yeet!
Hey,
Yeet!
natural
I'm
20.
probably the only one who failed.
So any of you who rolled less than a 24,
Fuck! Oh, fuck!
Wait. So even if I roll a natural 20 and I had a +4,
well, you rolled a natural 20 and you got a +5, so you got a 25.
oh my gosh.
Fuck!
If you rolled a 23 or less, you see a flash of your vision from the dream the night previously in the vibration of the roar, and you are now considered frightened of Uluru.
Shit.
And he
Very
has
rude.
part of his frightful presence is going to unleash a multi-attack against Vanya
Ooh.
Alright.
with 2 claws and a bite. And all of these
Oh.
attacks have advantage.
Did I still have Bureau's Inspiration? Because I never used it.
That would have been way over 10 minutes.
Damn, yeah.
Between all the riddles and
Yeah.
swimming down there and everything, yeah. And you went
No,
off
it
to
was
find
before
Knox,
then,
you came
yeah.
back, so you guys had conversations, yeah.
Okay.
that was
Couldn't
way
remember
more
how
than- Sorry.
time was there.
All right. That's a natural 20 on the first attack.
Shit.
Alright.
For the first claw. Second claw is a 31 to hit,
That'll hit me, yep.
and the last claw is a 30 to hit. Or the bite, I'm sorry, is a 30 to hit.
Regardless of what it is, it'll still hit me.
Okay. I'm sorry, he has a plus 17 to his attack roll. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so from the first claw, which is a crit, you take 20 points of slashing damage, reduced to 10.
Alright.
From the second claw, you take 26 points of slashing damage, reduced to 13. Which that's so fucked up that that was not the crit and it's higher. And from the bite attack, you suffer 20 points of piercing damage, reduced to 10.
Alright.
It's then going to use its remaining movement, so it flew over to here, so it's got it flies up about 40 feet and over to here, out over the water. That will end its turn. Wren.
All right.
So everyone but Noxus and Fike are considered frightened of this creature. So that means you have disadvantage on attack rolls so long as it's within your line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to it.
Yep. So yeah, just feeling that sort of paralysis in that particular sense from this, just gonna keep me here. She's going to take out the gonna put away one of the blades, take out the wand of magic missiles, and fire 3 charges at it.
Okay. Roll
cannot come to
damage.
you. Let's see. That's 1, 3, 4, 5. 5. 4 plus 5. Not terrible.
All right. So the missiles all fly out and just pepper across his golden scaled hide, and he almost ignores them
Yeah, I
practically.
figured it.
I mean, they do. They impacted.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's negligible to him.
His
at this
grits
point.
grits her teeth at that, not being able to do much more, but then puts it away for now, grabs the other blade again.
There's other stuff you can do. You have bonus actions
And
whatnot.
bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
All right. So you Hunter's Mark the beast. Is he within range? What's the range on Hunter's Mark?
I think it's 60 feet.
No, I think it's further than that.
I think it's at least 90 feet, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be at least like
I know it's not 100.
90 feet.
90 feet? Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Hey.
Close enough with the Pythagorean theorem.
Hey.
All right. So at the end of your turn, you can make another Wisdom save.
Okay.
20 natural 20. So you are able to steel yourself and break the fear.
Not again.
At the end of your turn, he is going to use 2 legendary actions to cast a spell. He is going to cast. He is going to cast.
Cure wounds on himself.
No.
Cure wounds on Vanya.
Ninth level.
He's going to reach out one of his claws towards Fike, because he uses a 5th level spell slot, towards Fike, and another towards Noxus.
Can I counterspell?
Are you within 60 feet of him?
I am exactly within 60 feet of him.
He's 50 or 40 feet up in the air.
Then never mind.
As he says, I do not yet wish to deal with you.
Ooh.
And he attempts to banish the 2 of you.
I'm not that badass to be banished, please.
So I need
Charisma
you
save?
to make charisma saving throws.
Nope, that was the wrong. Come on.
Noxus, you are able to resist. You feel your essence being pulled somewhere else. Fike, the DC was 18.
Oh.
As you watch as Fike just vanishes from the battlefield.
Oh.
No!
You are back at what you think is that lovely little island sitting on a nice warm beach. Just the sand, the waves just gently lapping up onto the beach. And as a matter of fact, there's like a tray of fruity tropical cocktails off to the side.
At least he has taste. And
Very
I'm just
hospitable
eating.
banishment.
I'm gonna eat all his grapes, all his shit. I'm eating
Yeah,
it.
there's like grapes
all
and cherries and there's like all sorts of fruits and stuff. Yeah, it's lovely.
Oh,
There's shade
Amazing.
from the tree if you want to sit in the shade, or you can be out on the beach under the sun. It's all up to you.
Damn.
oh, beautiful.
That ends Renata's turn. Noxus.
You have the winged boots, right, Renata?
I do.
Yes, she does. And you are not frightened.
So, Belle, I have a question.
Yeah.
Since I've seen all different types of colors,
Could I change into whatever color dragon I want to right now? If I use, where is it? Come on.
So you're
If
roboting
I
a little bit, just so you know.
You're
use-
roboting quite a bit, my friend.
Is that better?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Now, if I were to use Sculptor of Flesh, can I turn into?
You can only
Whatever.
turn. You're using polymorph, so you can only turn into beasts, not
Yeah.
not dragons.
Yeah.
So how would I turn into a dragon?
You can't turn it. You'd have to have the
True polymorph.
true polymorph or shape change, or something like that.
That kind of throws me off a little bit.
Probably still turn it into something with wings.
Or a
Okay.
T-Rex or something.
I don't think I've seen a T-Rex, so I don't even know what that looks like. Have I seen a T-Rex?
No.
So I can't turn into one.
What you doing?
I'm just gonna move forward 30 feet, and I'm just gonna shoot him with Eldritch Blast. So,
Alright.
So that's 30 right in front of it. And then I'm just gonna shoot him 3 times.
Alrighty. Make your attack rolls. The 29 hits.
6 points of force damage.
Alrighty. So you fire off 3 Eldritch Blasts. All 3 of them strike him, but 2 of them seem to glance off ineffectually.
That's not good.
Alrighty. That ends your turn, Nox, unless you have a bonus action that you want to use.
Not at the moment.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn. Yeah, there's nobody in range for that. So he's alright. At the end of your turn, that brings us back to the top of the order, Biero.
Alright, with my bonus action, I will re-inspire Wren.
Okay.
And then with my action, I will use the ability that I have that is only useful in this situation,
Mhm.
which is called Counter Charm. And I'll start playing a inspirational tune on my lute, and anyone who can hear me within 30 feet gets advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Hey.
Alrighty. So you begin playing. What kind of a tune is it?
Darude.
All right. Would you like to move? You could only move back, but
That's what he wanted to do with that rave you did earlier.
Sandstorm.
Sandstorm.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'll stay where I'm at.
All right. You can, at the end of your turn, you can make another Wisdom save. Apparently with
Alright.
advantage.
Apparently.
Ew. Oh.
Unfortunately, you are still terrified.
It's okay.
Yeah, well,
We'll get there.
within the next 10 rolls, I might have a chance.
Fike. It is your turn. Is there
I'm gonna use
anything?
my turn to eat
What are you using your
more
turn to do?
peanuts. I'm eating more grapes.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. You can make a charisma save at the end of your turn.
Oh, I think I'm gonna just stay here for a little bit.
Or not.
As a matter of fact, you do not. As you reappear, you guys watch as Fike reappears in the spot that he disappeared from.
Holding grapes.
With a handful of grapes in his mouth full, in his other hand holding like some sort of coconut umbrella drink.
I'm not even gonna say anything at this point. That just seems about right. I don't know
That is
what
the end of your
I don't
turn,
know what I
Frank.
expected.
Hey, send me back to the good place, you fucked.
All right, at the end of your turn, it brings us back to initiative count 20. His eyes stop glowing and the third eye disappears. And he looks down at you, Fike, and says, I believe we should share the wealth, don't you? And he looks over at you, Vanya, and I need you to make a
Charisma save.
charisma save.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll use my bardic inspiration.
Hey. Yes.
Total of 20. This, as it was a layer action, didn't have quite as high a DC. The DC was only 15, so you are able to resist. You are able to resist a force that's you feel like it's trying to pull you from this plane of existence. But that ends that, bringing us to Vanya.
Oh, good. Can Pythagoras be my friend and say he's within 60 feet of me for the purpose of throwing hand axes?
Oh, because you are frightened. Well, he could be at the secondary range, right? Which would give you
60 feet.
is 60 feet. Sure, we'll be kind to you. I'll be nice. This is pretty rough as it is. So you at disadvantage, you can throw your hand axes at him.
I will recklessly throw my hand axes at him.
Just quick question: is that for melee attacks only, or any attack?
Good question.
Which you would also have disadvantage from being frightened, though.
I mean, they don't stack.
No, but it's disadvantage for the distance, back to normal because reckless, and then back to disadvantage.
It is only for melee. Okay, so I'm
And
just...
so it would still be at disadvantage then.
I mean, fuck it. I'm in the way. This fucking dragon has been fucking with us all day.
It's true.
22. 22 just barely hits.
Hey.
Jeez.
Nice.
Go fuck yourself, Mr. Dragon. That is 21 points of damage for him. Assuming he's not resistant or something to radiant.
He does not appear to be resistant. No, you chuck both of them. One impacts the scales and kind of deflects off, and you hear it splash in the water. You're not quite sure where. The other one, in chunks, embeds itself into the creature, who seems at the moment not super bothered by it. But
Get down here, you big scaly bitch! Stop running away from me!
which is what you probably would say if you weren't shitting your pants.
You think the fear of being old is gonna stop me from breaking your spine? You are very wrong.
All right. At the end of I'm assuming that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, you can make another wisdom save to try and break the fear.
Come on.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Sorry. You are still terrified. That brings us to Uluru. Who?
Oh, don't you have advantage or something like that because of the counter charm?
I'm not
he's
within
not
30
within-
feet.
not
Oh,
within 30
right.
feet,
Ah,
yeah.
shit.
Not in range.
Damn it.
What is the range on that? Okay. He is going to fly over. He's still pretty high up in the air. He's going to lower himself to just about 15 feet above you, Vanya. And he's going to land right there. Or not land, but he hovers about 15 feet above you. And you watch as he opens his mouth and says, "Test of strength." And you're expecting this huge gout of flame to come pouring out of his mouth, catching all of you in it, but
Ooh.
it's not. It's some sort of reverberating arcane breath that coats all of you, and I need all of you to make strength saving throws.
Oh boy.
Whew. Fike is very
Damn.
strong.
Yeah, damn, Pike, where'd you find that?
Sorry, that wasn't supposed to be an advantage.
No worries. All right. Anyone who rolled a 23 or lower, you feel this wave of lethargy come over you as he uses his weakening breath
Ooh.
on you. You have disadvantage on strength-based attack rolls, strength checks, and strength saving throws for the next minute.
Oh, that's fine.
And that will end his turn, bringing us to Wren.
All right. I'll see him get down lower. Going to basically use her action to, with the boots on, going to dash using the boots and get up to his level, but 60
Wasn't
feet
it the
closer.
same speed as you?
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
it-
I'm gonna
it's the same
dash though.
speed as your- Yeah, okay.
So I should be able to get.
Well, if you're going straight 60 feet, you can't go up at all.
Yeah. So let's go straight first, and then.
All right.
Shoot, I just had that. Guess be right up.
Just in front
Basically
of
in front of
Fike.
Fike. Yep. And then, going to do another. Let's see.
I misspoke again, but he's I'm forgetting all of his reach range. He's 20 feet above you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So going to take out actually longbow.
Ancient
And
dragon. That's a lot to remember. You know.
grab longbow, start firing a couple shots at him.
Are you action surging?
Oh shit! Right, I dashed. Fuck. Never mind. I'm holding
All
that.
right. Well, you can say that you like pull out your longbow.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to if that's the case because I want to do a thing next time. I forgot. Sorry.
All right. That ends your turn. At the end of your turn, Uluru is going to use two legendary actions. And look down at you, Renata, and says, "You seem stressed. Perhaps you could use a break."
Oh shit.
Make a charisma save.
Oh come on. Oh come on.
18 is the DC.
Just to, like glare at him. I have learned from better.
He kind of nods at you approvingly, like with a like a small like this is not, he's not like in a rage trying to kill you guys. He's
I know.
literally trying to put you to the test. So he looks at you and kind of nods his head like,
Shango! Yes, it finally came in handy.
as you resist whatever force is trying to pull you to another dimension. That ends your turn, Noxus.
I will. Yeah, I will run 25 feet right here.
Okay.
I will touch both Fike. No, I'll just touch Fike. Well, no. I'll touch both Fike and Renata. And I will cast Fly on both of them.
And yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you guys watch as the spectral dragon wings emerge from your backs, and you now have a fly speed of 60 feet.
Hey.
Um,
Thank
And
you,
I will
Noxus.
fly 5 feet up in the air.
5 feet up in the air. You got it. Any bonus actions?
That's an action, so no.
No? Alrighty. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to make a tail attack against Vanya.
Cool.
He does not have advantage because you didn't reckless attack, right? Because there was
I
no
did-
reason to.
If he has a plus 17, he literally hits me on anything but a nat 1. I'll make
Alright,
it easier for you.
Well, all right, so he hits you.
Okay.
You suffer 20 points of bludgeoning damage as his tail comes down and whack. You see it leaves like a little imprint in the stone around you.
I flip him off.
So it's 20 reduced to 10 for your rage, but yeah.
I flip him off as a reaction, I guess.
Okay. All right, you gonna use your reaction to flip him off? Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna get to use it for anything else. So
That ends your turn, Noxus, bringing us back to the top of the order. Biero.
Right. Well, I'm still soiling myself in fear. And he is way out of range of anything that I can do. I'm pretty sure.
The entire time you were using all those spells, I was like, "Oh man,
Oh, no.
like he's gonna get to this dragon fight and just be
Yep.
out of gas."
Yeah.
We knew this was coming.
Yeah.
But hey, you get bonus points for being in character.
If we survive.
I'm sure that makes everybody else feel great. Let's see. Does he appear to have any kind of... No, I can't do that because it'll cancel my counter charm. I'll just keep my counter charm going.
All right, you don't want to use your bonus action for anything.
Nope.
All right, make a wisdom save at advantage.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're still terrified.
Oh.
Fike.
I'm going to, because now I have a fly of 60 feet. Can I get
Yes.
in hitting distance of him?
Oh yes, very much so.
All right, I will.
'Cause he's 20 feet off the ground, and you were. Yeah, you can get right up to him if you
All right,
want.
I'm gonna stop next to Renata for 1 second. I just go together, and I'm just going to fly up to it, and I'm going to hit the fuck out of him with all 3 attacks.
All right, make your attack rolls. 22 just barely hits.
Woo.
I'll
Might
take
as well,
barely
you
hit.
might as well make all 3. 20. All 3
Nice.
hit.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
A wisdom saving throw.
Wrathful smite. Wrathful smite.
25.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. How much damage does he take? Are you gonna actual smite on any of them?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. So how much is that?
Uh, 50 even.
50 even?
Yep.
Alrighty. You make 3 big slashes into its thick, scaly hide as he seems to take them in stride.
How's that for confidence?
Not bad. This is very early, though.
Hmm.
And he winks at you.
Oh, fuck this guy. all your villains have been fucking
Make an insight check.
okay with sure. He's not even here. He's not even here.
Alright. Never mind. Actually, you know what? He's laying it on pretty thick. That was almost like a, what's up?
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, do you want the smoke? Is that what this guy's
He's giving you a
want
little like, what's up, sexy? Kind of.
For once, it's not Karun who's got the luck with the dragons.
That ends Spike's turn, which brings us to initiative count 20. You watch again as his eyes in the third eye flare and stay lit lit again. Vanya.
Well, I can't fucking get closer to him, and I'm stuck here on the ground without hand axes. So I'm just gonna sit here and fucking let my rage drop, and then just shit talk the dragon.
Okay. Well, your rage won't drop until we get back to unless we get back to your
Oh,
turn.
I know, but if I let my rage drop, then I can bonus action end it, and if I let it drop, then it fucking lets me, and then you rage again, then it lets me use my reroll thing again.
Your what thing again?
Fanatical Fervor. It's once per rage.
Ah, okay. All right.
Or
So
Fanatical
you
Focus.
can, I believe you can end your rage as some sort
As
of
a bonus action, I think.
Oh yeah, if you want to use your bonus action to end it, you
Yeah,
can.
I'll bonus action, end my rage, and I'm just gonna sit there unraging, and just shit talk the dragon. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
with a bit of a quiver in your voice.
hey, I thought this was a test of strength. You're just floating around up there. How are we supposed to test our strength if you're just floating like a dick?
I'm sure you will figure it out.
I flip him off again with my action, and I end my turn.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you are
Damn
still
it.
scared. All right. That brings us to Uluru. Let's see if he gets his breath weapon back. Hello, Maiden's Die.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fuck you, Maiden's Die.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Cursed!
Yeah.
Cursed!
He will turn and look at you, Fike, and say, "My turn."
Ooh.
And he will multi-attack you.
Shit.
That's cool.
He has advantage on all of these attacks.
Oh, okay. I've seen this spell before.
What spell?
I'll hold my tongue.
It's not a spell. I'm pretty sure a 29 hits you.
Yeah, that
What's 12 plus 17? 29, right?
High
Fucking
enough
hell.
to hit him.
Yeah. For the
Bill's
first
loading
claw,
that. He's just
second
It's
claw
fine.
is a 24 to hit, and the
Okay.
bite, the bite is like a 30 something to hit.
Dope.
So you suffer from the first claw 15 points of slashing damage. From the second claw, 20 points of slashing damage. And from the bite, 18 points of piercing damage.
Have we hit this guy at all yet?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
guys have done.
Decent amount. Yeah, Fike hit him like 3 times. And I got him
done
with some
Alright.
magic missile.
About 100 points of damage to him, so
All right.
Fike doing most of that, but yeah.
Hmm.
That ends his turn. Wren.
Speaking of which, she's gonna immediately fly up over next to Fike, just kind of look at him together, and go to town on this fucking dragon.
Alrighty, make your attacks.
Okay, okay. Woo!
Hey, look at that.
Fuck yeah! 1. 2.
That hits.
3.
That hits.
4.
That hits.
And that is my turn because that is all my action bonus. Although actually, actually, fucking action surge. Let's do this shit. Fuck it.
Alright.
I'm gonna do that. I didn't get action surge last time.
That hits.
Get wrecked. Someone please keep track of
That hits. You guys probably figure out when his AC is 22.
Yep. Oh, so close. Wait, do I still have Biero?
He re-inspired you. So
He
yes.
did. Woo! It's a D10.
D10 now, yeah. I mean, if you roll a 1 on it, you're gonna-
Yes. Get.
So how much damage was that?
That's a good question.
10, 20.
I have 140.
We'll go with that.
Hmm?
We'll go with that for speedy.
Hell
expediency's
yes.
sake. Alrighty, so you go up and just a flurry of strikes and blade attacks.
And he is fucking marked. Bitch.
As several slash marks appear across his golden hide, and he still looks to be doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of your turn, he is going to use 2 legendary actions to say, "That was impressive," and he's gonna try and banish you again.
Shit. Okay.
Charisma save.
I'm going to use my last Indomitable.
Okay.
Woo!
22. You resist it as he looks at you approvingly yet again and says, "You are strong-willed, little one. I see you learn from your mistakes.
Eventually.
Eventually is what matters." That ends that. Noxus.
I would like to use my final and last spell.
Okay. 2.
What living in Draconia? What were some of the pets that Noxus not interacted with but knew about, like that he saw? Like if he were to think of, oh yeah, my mom had a pet blank, what would that be?
I mean, all sorts of stuff. Like, what are you trying to do?
I want to turn him into just a pet that Noxus saw when he was living in Draconia.
All right, you can.
So like a pseudo dragon, a kitten, a dog, so something like that.
Yeah, you can certainly try that. So you're going to cast Polymorph at him?
Correct.
All right. You go to cast Polymorph at him, and as the magic washes over him, and nothing happens, you recall to one of your schoolings at the Church of Bahamut when you were very, very young, that reminds you that metallic dragons are shape changers, and they are immune to being polymorphed.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy.
Then I will cast. Sanctuary as a bonus action on Vanya.
Okay. You do so. Is that concentration?
No.
Okay, cool. You cast Sanctuary on Vanya. Would you like to move at all?
I will fly speed of 60. How tall are these pillars, or are they even there?
They're various heights.
What's the tallest one, and where is it?
The tallest one is this one over here, and it's probably 15 feet up.
Which one? Oh, back
This one
there.
over here, yeah. The rest of them vary from like 5-6 feet to 15 feet.
How tall is the closest one to me?
Which one? This one?
Yeah, these two that are right in front of me.
These two in front of you. The one on the left is 10 feet. The other one on the right is probably like a couple feet shorter, like 7 or 8 feet.
I will fly over to it, which is about 20 feet, and then I will fly up to the 9 feet if it's 10 feet, and kind of just use it as cover.
Okay. Alrighty, you do so. That ends your turn. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action to whip its tail at you, Renata.
Okay.
Which she has advantage on.
Mm-hmm.
26 to hit.
Yep.
You suffer 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Make a concentration check for your hunter's mark.
Shit. Yep. Oh, actually, I had. Sorry, I'm also 18, so I gotta.
So it would be DC 10, I believe.
Con save. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you're totally fine.
Huzzah!
Bureau, back to you, buddy.
All right. Well, I'll inspire. I'll inspire Vanya since he's right there.
Alrighty.
Thank you kindly.
Sure. And I will attempt to save again.
Alrighty. Wisdom save at advantage.
Oh,
Sorry, my man. You are
It is
still
what it
scared,
is.
but you're still helping your friends. So
you are. You
Um,
did.
you are. You did. Fike, you're up.
Those last 10 points were totally you.
I am utter frustration. We're doing this together. We're doing it right. I'm gonna take one attack at the dragon.
Okay. That
Woo.
hits.
And I'm going to dash away
Okay.
towards Bureau, 60 feet.
Okay.
If I do it at an angle, can I get pretty close to him?
You won't be able to get within touching distance of him, but you'll get,
Yeah,
be able
that's
to get
fine.
pretty close. Yeah.
And then I have to check.
We'll say another 5 feet back.
I gotta check real quick. If this is an action or a bonus action. It is an action. Fuck. All right.
Oh, by the way, what was that? 14. 23, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Ends your turn. Bring us back to initiative count 20 as his eyes and third eye disappear yet again. Not his eyes disappear, but the glow in them disappears. And he says, he looks over at you. He looks over at you, Wren, and says, I have a feeling you will hamper my movement. And I need you to make another charisma save.
Shit. Okay. Fuck.
As you appear on that beach that Fike was at.
Just,
All the food's gone.
all the food's gone.
There's brand new food, brand new drinks.
Oh, bullshit.
There's a little chaise lounge.
Just cringes and just like,
Very nice setup. If you weren't in the middle of a dragon fight, you'd probably think this is a nice place to visit.
Mm-hmm.
That ends that, bringing us to Vanya.
Alright, Vanya's gonna scooch over to the side to be like by this pillar.
Okay.
And he will re-rage.
Okay.
And he's gonna, in preparation for when he's totes gonna save out of this stupid fucking fear effect, he's going to like visualize in his head the how he's going to jump off this pillar and stab the dragon in the heart.
Okay.
Because that's totally how that's gonna work out. Like fucking wall run up the pillar and just jump off and stab the dragon.
Totally. Absolutely.
Totes. And I guess that's the end of my turn.
All right. Would you like to make a wisdom save?
Fuck!
Weren't you going to use the thing that gives you advantage?
I'll use the thing.
Okay. Would you like to add your inspiration?
It won't help. I need a 24.
I'm aware of that. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Poor Vanya.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
glad I at least got my action surge out of the way.
That ends your turn.
Yep.
All right. That brings us to Uluru. Come on, Maiden's Die. You can do this, baby.
Nope. Hex.
That's my Maiden's Die.
Oh, fuck.
That is my Maiden's Die.
No.
All right. He angles himself so that he can catch everybody in a nice big 90-foot cone and says, "Test of strength." And he breathes in, and you watch as a enormous cone of impossibly hot fire just bathes over all of you,
Fuck.
all 4 of you that are actually there. I need you, the 4 of you, to make dexterity saving throws.
I would like to use my ring of evasion.
Okay.
Nice, Fike.
I would like to suffer.
The
You would like to suffer.
DC is 32, guys.
The DC is
The
now
DC is
32. The DC was 24, like his other breath weapon. So those of you who succeeded took half damage. Those of you who did not are going to take full damage.
I will Stone's Endurance, though.
Okay.
For 9 points of reduction.
Don't worry, it's only
1 million points of damage.
it is 71 points of fire damage. So Nox and Bureau, you take half of that.
And I take half of that because I've got fire resistance.
Woo.
You do? Oh, from your sword. That's
Yep.
right. So you take half
Nice.
of that. Vanya, you take 71 points of fire damage, reduced by 9.
So it's 35 and a half, so it's just 35.
Oh, it's 35, yeah.
Cool.
And he will fly over.
Oh, Nox. The fly spell.
Yes. Make a concentration check, Nox. DC is what's half of 35?
17.
17. DC 17 con save.
Woo!
Boom. Like a boss.
Yes.
Keep that fly spell up, Noxus.
Hell yes, Nox.
Chosen of Bahamut.
Chosen
Dragon.
of Bahamut.
I love you so much.
As he wheels around, right over here. Hovering about 10 feet above the 2 of you. Wren, what would you like to do with your action and bonus action and movement?
Yep. So what she's going to do basically is kind of from that kind of looking around here, seeing the thing, she's going to slowly close her eyes and try to focus and put a hand on the message bracelet that she got from Shango and try to meditate.
Okay.
And hopefully make a charisma save.
Yeah.
Woo! Shango!
You concentrate and you remember the meditative mantra that Shango would go over with you, and you kind of repeat it to yourself in your mind. And when you open your eyes up again, you find yourself floating in midair in the spot where you left, but the dragon is not next to you anymore.
I'm just gonna grab the other sword again and get ready to go at him.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, he is going to use 2 legendary actions to cast a spell. He needs to make a check.
Keep tapping X. Thank you so much for that raid. Hi, everybody.
Which he
Pardon me
fails.
while we're in the middle of combat
so
at the moment.
He is unable to dispel the
How was your
fly
stream?
spell
Thank
that is
you.
on you, Renata.
Was that his? Did he cast a spell?
Yeah, he was trying to cast a spell to dispel magic on her fly effect, but he did not succeed.
Yay!
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much. Very much appreciate it. Holy
that
shit.
ends
That is
that,
some
Noxus.
I love your emotes so much. Twilight Seeker, thank you so much for that follow.
I forgot that I was concentrating on something.
Miss
and I
Luna
was
White,
gonna
thank you so much for the
I was gonna
follows.
Cast
Glad to
another
have you.
concentration spell.
We're currently fighting an ancient gold dragon as a test.
So I'm
to get the
not gonna do
knowledge.
that.
Already reminded
To
you
get the
with,
knowledge
like,
to get some ancient weapons that might defeat a Tarrasque.
Yeah,
We gotta
well,
fucking
no, actually, no.
fight a
even after
Tarrasque
that, I was
soon.
like, wait a minute. I'm flying.
DTCB21, thank you so much for the
Shit,
follow. Welcome.
Concentration.
All right, what you doing, boss?
I'm gonna fly up to his height. I'm like 9 feet in the air.
He's not that much higher than you, so.
Also, very nice to
You're
meet
about
you
10
all.
feet in the
My name
air,
is
he's like
Flint.
15, he's like 10
I
feet
play
in the air,
Dungeons
so he's
and Dragons
actually
3 times a week
same
here,
height
and then
as you.
also I do a
I
lot
will
of Twitch
fly
things, so I do a lot of
straight up
karaoke
to
and
him.
harmonize with people.
Okay.
Those are my two
And
main.
I'll look him in the eye, and I'll be like, I've always wanted to meet a gold dragon. You're pretty cool. And then I will use my 6th level flame thing. I don't know how to-
Investigate.
Keep tapping. Thank you for the follow. Glad to have you. Very,
Investige of
very
flame.
humbled that you brought your community to see us.
All right. You get wreathed in flame. You just like Super Saiyan, just like
Fix
a
Nox's
flame
camera.
bursts around you.
And
You get the
this
sense.
is more.
There we go.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
more for me than it is for him.
Yeah, you get the sense that he is immune to fire damage.
Yeah, and
Are you
with that, I will.
flying up to him, right?
Yes, I'll fly up to him, and oh yeah, I forgot to grab my token. I was
That's the
reading this.
concentration spell.
No worries.
Hmm?
That is a concentration spell.
Oh,
Motherfucker.
Are you gonna do
No,
that?
No,
All right.
I'm not gonna do that.
hmm.
I'm just gonna take out
Concentration's a
my spear and hit him.
All right. You take out your spear. Whoo, whoo, make 2 strikes. You see he kind of catches the eye of it. He looks at it, and then kind of makes eye contact with you with like a look on his face.
He didn't know?
22 just barely hits. 30 also hits.
Bahamut didn't talk about you, Noxus.
So is that 14, 22 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
We got this.
All right. You strike at him twice with the radiant blade, as that kind of catches his attention and snaps him back a little bit. And that ends your turn, Nox. Unless you'd like to use a bonus action.
How hurt do people look from just by glancing at them?
I'll let them tell you.
Well, Ren's
I'm
fine.
fine.
Like
Okay.
that, a little hurt, a little injured.
Bureau, how you looking?
I'm fine.
He's just scared shitless.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give if everybody's fine and Fike's somewhat hurt, I'll give Fike some healing light.
Alrighty. Roll for healing.
18.
18. You get 18 healing, Fike, from Noxus. At the end of your turn, Noxus, he's going to use a legendary action and swing his tail around at you. Not a great roll. That is a 22 to hit.
That's
I mean, he only rolled a 5, so. You take 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Make a concentration check or save. That is enough.
Yes!
Yeah, so you maintain concentration as he smashes you with his tail.
Thank you, Nox.
Ends that. Bureau.
So is he still flying or is he landing?
Yes. He's about 10
Okay.
feet in the air, flying.
Okay. I will. I can't get to the bridge without actually getting a little closer to him, can I?
No, I'd say if you're like running past him out towards the bridge, I would allow that because you're running away
Okay.
from him. Because you're gonna end. You're gonna end further away from him.
Okay. Then I'll do that. I'll try to get to this other side of the bridge here.
As you do, he's gonna use his reaction to make an attack of opportunity against you
Sure.
because you are within reach. As he reaches out with his super long neck and bites at you. That's
He's gonna
only. He's only at 20 to hit.
Yeah, only a 20 is still enough to hit me.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take that damage, Ramon.
You're gonna take it. All right. It's 21 points of piercing damage. All right. Sorry, you can continue your turn, Bureau.
Then bonus action, I will give like a healing word at level 2. And with my action, fuck this counter charm thing, I'm gonna turn around to Uluru and say your hospitality sucks, and cast vicious mockery.
Okay.
So try to avoid that sweet 5 damage.
Is that a wisdom save? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 25.
Well, your hospitality still sucks.
I apologize for the formalities, but
Oh no, Fanya! Oh no!
It's all right. I'll roll a natural 20 anytime now.
oh
no.
Buddy.
Oh, sorry, man.
Is that it? Your turn?
It's okay.
Hero?
You do what you got to do.
Yeah.
All right. Fike, you're up.
He just used his reaction, correct?
Yes.
All right, cool. I am going to fly here.
Okay.
Maybe slightly closer. Yeah, that's better. And I'm going to cast Calm Emotions.
Ooh, yes!
I've been trying to get you two fucks together. Now you got together.
Which I believe suppresses fear for as long as you concentrate on it, right?
Yep. And concentration up to a minute.
All
So,
right.
Nice.
Fuck yes.
You watch as radiant light emanates from Fike as these two almost like the draconic spectral wings behind him burst into flame like phoenix wings. And in this calming light, you feel the fear that overwhelms both Vanya and Biero ease in your mind.
Alrighty.
now get in there and show them what you can do.
Together.
All right. That ends your turn, Fike?
Yes, it does.
All right. That is initiative count 20. The third eye returns to Ulru's forehead. Vanya.
Alrighty. Sorry, Bureau, I'm about to run right next to you.
Sure.
But I will run to there. I'm gonna shout at the dragon. Is that the worst you've got? Bear in mind, I am still like smoking and covered in scorch marks from the fire breath.
Yeah.
Is that the worst you can do? I've seen red dragon shit that was hotter than that. Because I still can't reach him because he's still in the air.
Yeah. He looks at you and says, honestly, no, but I didn't want to go all out against you guys.
I take my action to flip him off and continue to be on the ground.
Oh.
And can I keep saving against it even if it's suppressed?
Yes. Yes.
Dope.
Yes.
Ooh,
19.
I'm gonna roll that bardic inspiration die.
Okay.
Oh. Woo!
Which gets you 23, right?
Are you fucking shitting me?
Oh. No.
DC is 24.
Fuck.
Sorry, buddy.
Fuck.
Well, that's fine.
You're out
I'm
of fight
here.
Sora.
All right.
I sure am. That's
Aw.
fine. I'm here. I'm hoping that
Alright.
he'll actually pay attention to me taunting him for once.
Okay.
Hmm.
You get the sense that he's pretty wise, and tactics like that don't really. I mean, because you've been
I'm-
doing it for a while. He's more, he's not that easily goaded.
Hmm.
Actually, I have a. Can I do something else with my action?
Like what?
I would like to ready an action to grapple onto him if he gets within reach of me.
5 feet?
Basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if he
you may do
happens
so.
to pass by me. Like I'm not trying to pull him down. I'm trying to get myself onto him.
No, I got what
Alright.
you're trying to do.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, totally. You can absolutely do that. That brings us to Uluru. Let's roll my maiden's die real quick.
Hmm.
Yeah, baby.
No. Fuck.
He's in pretty great position right there.
Why the fuck did I give him my band's die?
He says, "You wanted the full blast? You got it." And he. I need dexterity saves from everybody.
It begins.
Everybody.
Hey.
Huh.
Hey.
Wow, look at that.
Nice.
Wren and Biero, you both fail.
Okay.
Nox, Vanya, and Fike, you succeed. That is another 71 points of fire damage. Halved if you succeeded.
All right. Now bloodied, but still okay.
Not your
Biero,
muted.
you take half regardless because of your thing. Because
Cool.
of your sword.
Bill, if I were to use the Ring of Evasion, would it completely bring it to 0 or no?
No, it's not like the ability evasion. It just makes you succeed on the save, so it takes it to half. Just like last
Okay.
time.
So how much was that one more time?
71. So it would be, if you use it again, it'd be another 35.
That's 35.
You don't
And I
need to, so.
I need you and Wren and Fike to all make concentration checks.
Oh right.
I don't gotta make concentration for shit because of
I don't.
Asian.
I literally can't make
Oh,
that.
no,
I
you
don't think.
Fike. It's DC. Well, you took the full.
I took the
71,
full.
So it's 35 D. You can roll a natural 20.
Maybe. Nope.
All right, so your hunter's mark is
Damn.
not a huge deal. Oh, he's also no longer marked by you
Nope.
because it's been a while.
Yep.
Noxus, you fail your concentration check.
Oh.
As the fly on you, Fike and Renata drops. Wren, you were 20 feet in the air, so you fall to
No,
the
I don't,
ground.
because I have the boots.
Oh, you don't? That's right. You have the boots. Disregard that. Noxus, you fall 10 feet. So you only suffer 5 points of falling damage.
Okay.
Fike, you also fall 10 feet. And you suffer 6 points of falling damage. That ends Ulru's turn. Wren.
Okay, I have an idea.
Oh, wait, sorry. He's
Oh.
going to move. My bad.
Of course.
Which, because of your reach on your spear, Nox, you can make an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
Mm,
You know what? Nah, it's yes. I would
Okay.
like to-
You don't have
No,
to.
I'd like to do that.
All right. Because he's going to move, like, right there. Or there. 13 misses, unfortunately. Now, Wren, it's your turn.
All right. Would like to. Damn. Oh,
By the
is
way,
that
his
a...
breath weapon is 13d10.
Damn. That is. Oh, fuck, that's an action. Damn it. So basically going to use my action to dash over up to him.
Okay.
That's all I can do, though.
Alrighty. You do so, though. You get up next to him. He says, "Welcome back. Did you enjoy your respite?"
I have no need for that, but thank you.
The offer is still on the table. At the end of your turn, he's going to use. Well, he doesn't really need to do that anymore. He's going to use. He's going to use 2 legendary actions to cast a spell.
And I'm gonna I'm gonna Mage Slayer on him.
Oh yeah, totally.
Whoop. Da, 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 da.
And I'll attempt to counterspell.
Okay. Just give me a second first. So
Don't mind the hunter's
25,
mark. I forgot to turn that off.
Yeah, that hits. So another 8 points of damage.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Oh, actually, that's up to 9 points of damage because it's not rolling. It didn't take the plus 2 instead of the plus 1 from.
All right. He's actually starting to show a little wear. If this was 4th edition, he would be bloodied. But he's gonna attempt to cast a spell. You're gonna counterspell it, Bureau?
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm assuming at 3rd level.
Correct.
All right, you counterspell it as it was only a 1st level spell.
Okay.
He was gonna try and probably heal himself.
Hey, I still did something, okay? Let the
You
record
did.
show.
You did.
You absolutely did. He looks at you, Wren, and says, "Land,
Oh.
land." Why? And he looks down at you, Bureau, and gives an approving nod.
Shakes her
as
head at him.
He attempted to cast command on you.
Hmm.
That ends your turn, Wren. Noxus.
So he's 10 feet in the air.
Yes.
How far away did he move away from me?
If you were to move right there, which we'll say 10 feet over, so you're like right underneath him, you have, because of your reach, you could stab up at him.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do that.
All right, so I'm going to keep you there just so you're not underneath his token.
Yeah.
But you actually moved 10 feet to get there, and you're right underneath him.
Okay. So 1, 2.
Both hit. For 16 points of damage. As you stab up with the radiant blade, piercing his hard scales. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll do some healing light on myself.
Okay. You looking pretty rough?
Yeah. Like if I fail that
Fire breath again?
yeah, I'm gone.
All right. So you do that. You shine with radiant light, and some of your wounds start to seal up. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to swing at you, Wren, with his tail.
Okay.
22
Yep.
to hit. Oh, that's a shit roll. 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That was a pretty shitty damage roll. He swings around, whack, right upside the head, kind of making you like tumble in the air a little bit before you right yourself with the boots.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us back to the top of the order. Biero.
All right.
Oh, also note he's marked again because of that opportunity attack.
Sweet.
Let's give a healing word to Nox.
What level?
2.
All right, Nox, you get 12 more points of healing.
Thank you.
Let's give my last inspiration. Nope, I used my bonus action. Never mind. My action.
So start playing your counter charm again if you want, but I mean, you got the ability is suppressed at the moment, so.
Yeah, since it's suppressed, I won't do that. I will try another vicious mockery.
Okay.
Your plan is stupid. Yeah.
Plan is stupid.
Yeah.
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 You're doing your best, and that's what counts.
Your plan
advantage?
is stupid.
With advantage, he rolled a 7 and a 6, so it's 17 was his save. So he kind of looks at you. He looks at you a little hurt, and he's like, I mean, I don't know who you are to question this. I've been doing it this way for hundreds of years.
I
As he
don't
takes
understand.
7 points of psychic damage. I believe that,
I don't understand.
And that will be my turn. Yeah.
all right. Fike.
Fikey's gonna walk 30 feet. I'll get there. And I will point up in him and in very good draconic. I will say, no, you land, bitch. And I cast command on him to land.
All right, well, it's one word. But
Then it's bitch.
And he just bitches for an entire minute.
he just complains for several minutes. But so you're saying land?
Land.
All right. So he has to make a
And-
wisdom save?
Wisdom save. I would like you to do it at disadvantage because of lucky.
All right, well, he has advantage, so it's just a straight roll.
That's fine with me.
It's a 25.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a good plan, guys. Good plan. I'll work on it later.
It worked. It could have worked. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
He goes, why be on the ground when you can rise above? You should join me up here.
No, don't leave me. Don't leave me. Bring me with you.
You know, he's hitting on me, guys.
Do I have to wing woman FICO with a dragon? Oh boy.
That brings us to initiative count 20. The third eye fades, and he will turn to you, Noxus, and say, perhaps the respite would be best used by you. Make a charisma saving throw.
The respite? Oh no. Oh no. No, no.
Shit.
No, no.
19.
I should-
Yeah, no. You feel
Shit.
like you're person being pulled to another plane of existence, but you're able to resist it.
Woo!
Vanya.
All right. So there should be a pillar underneath him, like here-ish, yeah?
Yeah. Indeed.
And he's only about 10 feet in the air?
Yes.
All right. So what I want to do is I want to climb that pillar and attempt to jump and grab onto him.
Sure. Totally. Make an athletics check.
Alrighty.
Climb the pillar. Pretty easy one.
Okay.
Yeah, and then as you jump and try to grab onto him, make another athletics check.
Fuck. Nobody let me forget next time I have advantage on fucking spells cast by creatures within 5 feet of me.
Okay.
Do not let me forget.
Remember your stuff.
I know. I never get to
so
use it.
You're not trying to grapple him. You're just trying to grab on.
Yeah, he's too big for me to
Oh, yeah,
grapple.
so 20 is enough, though. You're able to like grab on to one of his hind foot claws.
Fuck yes. And I want to like climb up as far onto his main body as I can with whatever movement I have left.
Sure, make one more athletics check for me.
Alrighty.
No, I wanted you to bite him.
Oh, fuck.
14. Yeah, you're able to like climb up his leg, and you're just at the point where like his tail meets his spine.
Eat my ass, dragon. I got you now.
No, he
you
wants
still
to
have
run
an
up
action.
the bike.
That escalated
Oh, dope.
quickly.
Don't anti-wing wing.
I'm gonna fucking smack him with my sword.
All right,
Recklessly. Because
All
fuck
right.
this guy.
make your attacks. 27 hits. 20 unfortunately does not.
Oh,
For 29 damage.
29 points of damage. Alrighty.
Oh.
Yeah, you slice into his hide, his hard scales. The other strike comes down and just kind of glances off. And he says, he turns his super long neck around and it kind of comes like right up to you and he's like, impressive.
I flip him off again. Actually, I don't have a free hand to flip him off, so I
You
raspberry at him.
A raspberry at him.
He's like giving you a
only
genuine,
one man would dare give me the raspberry.
That ends your turn, Vanya, bringing us
It
to
does.
Uluru. Let's roll that maiden's die again. Ah, no, it fell on the ground.
Go away, Jesus! Hex! Hex! Means hex
Aw.
upon you.
A pox
Alright,
upon your house, boy.
So he does not get his breath weapon back.
Hey.
Yay.
Hex
He
work.
will instead unleash his multi-attack against you, Renata,
Mm-hmm.
which he does not have advantage on anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's a natural 19, so like a
Yeah.
million. On the first claw, 21 on the second
Yep.
claw, and natural 1 on the bite.
Hey!
Nice.
Alrighty,
Might
so
survive
from
this.
the first claw, you take 13 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And from the second claw, you take 14 points of slashing damage.
Still up. Huzzah.
Um,
Looking very rough, but still up.
all right, and he is going to attempt to he just wants to move.
No,
with
he's not, because his speed is 0, because Sentinel. I hit him with an opportunity attack earlier.
Mage Slayer.
Mage Slayer.
Oh, all right. Well, he's content to stay where he is then. That ends his turn. Wren, it is your turn.
All right, one more try. Let's do some
Un
swings.
mas.
Uno más.
Just, yeah, bleeding pretty profusely, but she's eyeing the prize here. Yes!
Hey!
That crit.
Go.
Nope.
16 misses.
3
31 hits.
and just to stay in the game. Bonus action. I'm gonna second wind.
Are you going to second win instead of your fourth
Yep.
attack? All right. Totes. So that's 24 points of damage.
Yep.
Alrighty. Alrighty then. You slice into him again. He is starting to look a little rough. Not really, but like he's starting to show some damage and some wear. At the end of your turn, he is going to use 2 legendary actions to try and cast another spell.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Counterspell.
You gonna counterspell again?
Yep.
All
You
right.
man.
You counterspell yet another command.
Take it.
Noxus.
So I don't have that concentration. So
Yeah, you're no longer concentrating on fly.
let's see what I got. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, 4. I'm gonna cast less.
Ooh, okay. On whom?
So I get to pick 3 people. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Vanya, Renata, and Wait, is Bureau 30 feet?
Yeah, he's within 30 feet of you.
Attack rolls and saving. Attack. I'm gonna give it to Fike.
All right. So Vanya, Renata, and Fike, you are all blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Of course.
Thank you,
At
Noxus.
the end of your turn, Nox, he's going to use a legendary action to whip his tail at Renata.
Mm-hmm.
Because you marked him and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a natural 18, so that's like $1 million.
Yep.
I'm gonna take that.
Yeah.
Get all
Take it?
patch books. Yep.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ, these damage rolls.
Big astral
13 points
amber
of
fight.
damage.
Mm.
As
Thank you,
he connects with you, the tail connects with you, Wren, and you're expecting that like blackness, but there's like a flash of divine light, and you feel nothing as you look down as Fight kind of gets spun around a little bit.
Just I astral project my form in front of her and
Yeah.
it shatters into glitter.
I have a stand! What? Shit.
Bureau,
All right.
getting creative, getting low on spell slots, probably.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot left. Let's. I am still fear suppressed, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And fuck it, let's dimension door onto the back of his neck. Probably somewhere behind Vanya.
Alrighty, totally, yeah.
Hey.
You cast Dimension Door, you disappear and reappear up behind his neck.
All right, and then between the folks still on the ground, who's looking worst?
Probably Wren or Nox,
Yeah,
probably.
so I'm not on the ground.
Wow.
All right. Then Wren, here, take a level 2 healing word.
Thank you.
8 points of healing. That ends your turn, Bureau, I assume?
Does I'm still making wisdom saves though, right?
You can, yeah. Even though it's suppressed, you can still make saves against it. Yeah,
Not
nope.
that it matters.
Fike.
I'm gonna do that thing that Vanya did. I'm gonna try to climb that pillar that's next to Wren. If I could scurry up there like a squirrel.
Make an athletics check. Yeah, you climb up the pillar.
Is Wren within touching distance of me?
You would have to jump out towards her.
It's worth it. I'm gonna jump out with consent, and as I connect with her, I'm gonna just assume it's really short, and like her boot, I'm gonna dump all 35 points of lay on hands into her.
Make an
And-
athletics check, because that's a pretty decent jump.
Oh, geez.
It's fine. I need her up.
Super strong Fight.
Yes.
So you reach out and like grab her ankle and kind of like swing and hang from it like you just dunked. And you throw how many points of lay on hands in there?
35.
35.
Shit.
Before
Oh.
you kind of let go and land 3-point landing
Look,
back on the
A
ground.
little surprised by that. Oh. Thank you, Fike.
That ends your turn, Fike.
Yeah.
All right, the third eye returns to Uluru's head. Vanya.
All right, I want to move further up his back and try to get to his wings, if I
Okay.
can.
Sure. His wings kind of like run almost all the way down his body, but yeah, sure.
Oh, dope. Okay. If I don't have to move to get to his wings, then I'm just gonna fucking start hacking at his fucking wings recklessly
Alright.
with bless. 'Cause fuck
Alright.
this guy.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Oh.
I'm gonna give you
Oh,
experience
man.
points for that.
Oh, man.
Experience points for RNG,
That's
Jesus.
amazing. You got experience points.
Wow, okay. Well, I really fuck up the first one.
Yeah.
I
Hey, you
crit
got
the
Okay.
second one.
Third one, on the second one, which means because the spirit of the frenzy sword takes over, You can
Uh-huh.
make another attack as a bonus action if you'd like,
Hell yeah.
which
There
hits.
you go.
Oh, that shouldn't have 10 points of damage on it. So that's 18 for the second one, and then brutal critical coming in big for a whole bunch of damage on the first one.
How much is the total?
17, 30, 55, 58,
83.
63, 83?
Jeez.
63 or 83?
Yeah, it's
83
different.
apparently. I'm trusting Karun.
83. All right.
Or 73, there's a 10 that shouldn't be there.
Oh.
No, Siri, I don't need you. All right. Oof. That hurt him.
Nice.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a saving throw.
Mm.
I'm going to have him make a strength save. Or we'll say a constitution save. To see if he can stay in the air.
All right.
Fortunately, dragons are weak on Constitution.
Oh, yes.
And we're going to use half the damage as the DC.
All right.
Damn.
Which would be 30 something, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
30. Yeah.
7.
he rolled a 5
Whoa.
plus 16 is 21. So he fails. But he's going to use a legendary resistance.
This legendary resistance burn.
Stay aloft. Does that end your turn? That has to end your turn, Vanya.
Yeah, that definitely ends my turn.
That brings us back to Uluru. See if his breath weapon returns. It does not.
Woo.
Yay!
So he is going to. First things first, he's going to attempt to take Biero and Vanya for a ride. So he's going to try and fly straight up.
Oh no.
Yup, Oppie. Come on, come on, come
So
on.
you can
come
make
on.
Oppie attacks if you would like.
Okay.
Nox, you could as well.
Hashtag blessed, he's stuck there. Fuck him.
18 does not hit, but you wouldn't be in range, Fike, because you don't have a reach weapon.
Oh yeah. Right. Actually, I should be
But
over here,
Nox,
right?
that does hit for 12, so that's a total of 20 between you and Renata. So he's unable to go anywhere, and seems impressed by that.
The single word, stay. That's our command. Back at
He
his
smiles.
ass.
He smiles. He's like, "Good one." And he is going to swing. He's going to throw. He kind of has to because. Well, actually, yeah, no. He's going to ignore your markedness, Wren, because he has advantage, so it will become straight rolls.
Okay.
He's going to make all 3 of his attacks against Vanya because you just kicked the shit out of him there a little
Okay.
bit.
Hell yeah.
That's a natural 18, so like huge number. Natural 19, so huge number. The natural 16, so another huge number. So that was claw, bite. So first claw is 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay. If so,
Reduced
I have
to-
1 health.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay.
If I may poetic license for a moment,
yes.
because
Sure.
this is the first time I get to fucking use this.
Yes.
The claw
Sure.
goes through Vanya's chest, and he slumps for a second, and then his eyes light back up with radiant light, and he just looks at the dragon and is like, "Oh, you're fucked now." And I pop Rage Beyond Death.
Yes.
All right, sweet. So the second one hits you.
They all hit me.
Yeah, well, they all hit you. So I don't know 100% how this works.
I'm at
second
2
one-
failed death saves now. So I take death saves and everything, same as I would
Alright.
if I was down. I just don't go
Oh, well,
unconscious, and I don't die until my rage ends.
Here's what's going to happen, because he's not trying to kill you. So the first one hits you, and the Rage Beyond Death thing happens. The second one hits you, and you look even rougher because you have 2 failed death saves on you. And he's gonna turn for his bite onto Renata.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
so,
sure.
So Ren, you take the bite.
Okay.
So that's 25 points of damage.
19 is my AC. Oh, wait, so it's... How much damage?
25.
5. Okay. Got it.
Alrighty. That ends his turn. Ren.
All right. So yeah, seeing that, going to make sure Vanya's okay, and then just go
He
to
looks
town.
like the closest to death you've ever seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look like absolute shit.
Yeah, I feel that. Just gonna try to get this done. Okay, so 1. Come on. There you go. 1,
Well, yeah, that definitely hits.
2,
That also hits.
3.
That also hits.
And the 4th one, because he attacked Vanya, that means I get to do the implacable mark attack at advantage. And add extra damage if it hits. Please
Sweet.
fucking hit. Oh, wait, where is... Okay, add that. With
Hashtag blessed.
Nature's Wrath. Let's go.
Hits.
Get fucked.
Alrighty, how much damage is that?
Ho-ho.
25, 34, 44, 53.
53. Alrighty. He is starting to look pretty rough now. He's starting to bleed pretty profusely. Some of his scales have been completely knocked away, exposing flesh. He's bleeding out of one nostril. He's looking pretty rough.
Is this not enough strength for you yet?
That ends your turn. He will use 2 more legendary actions to cast a spell
Let's see if I've got any spell slots left.
of 3rd level or higher.
Yeah, here's my last level 4 counter
All right.
spell.
You counter it. Noxus.
I am going to swipe at him with my blade.
Alrighty,
Wow.
you stab upward at his underbelly.
More
The
my
27
spear.
hits.
I am going to do a
First
smite.
level paladin, so another 2d8. All right. As you stab up at him, more of his scales go flying, and you watch as he begins to fall. And then there's a flash of radiant light. And you look around, and you're no longer in the positions that you were in. You are no longer on the back of the dragon. The dragon is no longer there at all. But a relatively battle-worn, ebony-skinned humanoid with the golden dreadlocks and golden eyes stands before all of you and says, "Well done on the test of strength. You have proven yourselves worthy of the knowledge that I carry."
Thanks. I will toss the healing word at level 1 to Vanya.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The dragon reaches out and casts a 3rd level Cure Wounds into you as well, Vanya. Or Uluru does. You get, ooh, that's a really good roll. 15, 21, 24 points of healing from Uluru.
I'll stand back up. Ow.
My apologies for deformalities, but you have impressed me greatly.
Glad to hear it. Want to fight a Tarrasque with us?
That'd be very helpful.
Unfortunately, I am bound to this place and cannot leave. But the knowledge I possess, I believe, will help you greatly in the battles to come. Though retrieving these artifacts will be no easy task of themselves.
First, Lord Uluru, would you be able to... And then she looks at
Uluru
Fike.
is fine.
She looks back to Fike. I pray you. His...
Undo whatever you did to him, please.
Of course. And he
What are you talking about? I'm badass. I'm
reaches
smart.
out
I'm
and
strong.
touches your forehead and casts remove curse. And you're back to your normal self and realize the dick that you've been.
Fike is going to take 1 second to go in mid-sentence of going smart, strong, incredible, in all ways, shape, and form. And I'm just going to look at Nox, and I'm going to walk as far away as I can to him as possible.
My apologies again, but this knowledge cannot be given to just any individual. These artifacts are powerful beyond measure, and in the wrong hands could cause untold devastation.
Well, that sounds exactly like what we need.
I'm gonna step over to Fike and just put a hand out on the side of his arm and just shake her head. It's fine.
My apologies, young Fike. I did not mean to put you through such a harsh reflection, but you have shown you have the strength to deal with your greatest fears,
Just staring Fike down.
and that the Everlight chose wisely when she instilled you with her power.
Together, remember?
Fike's just going to be quiet.
It may take time. It is a trying ordeal.
Gonna stay there, but look, like turn herself back to the dragon.
But time is of the essence, and you have come for specific knowledge. Yes?
Indeed.
Yes.
We have.
The world is in danger, and you must act, and act decisively and swiftly. And I believe these artifacts may help you in what it is you attempt to do. The Infiltrator's key, this mithril skeleton key, was forged using the blood of 12 master thieves, executed for trying to steal magic items during the Age of Arcanum. The key is now in the possession of a dwarf master thief who has climbed the ladder of power in a city known as Kymel.
I wonder if Wren actually remembers that execution or heard about it. Oh man.
Perhaps
Ah.
the Pyre Maul, forged from deep red iron. This massive hammer houses an ever-burning gemstone of orange flame, which contains the soul of an ancient brass dragon. It now travels the endless deserts of Marquette at night, in the possession of a long-dead Oathbreaker paladin of Palor, and his cavalry of undead on nightmare steeds. The kiss of the Changebringer. A beautiful glittering emerald is set within the center of a silver chain. Once held by a high priestess of the Changebringer, it was gifted to them as the divine gate was created. The priestess was to ensure her followers were never held in chains, always able to be free. It is now in possession of a reformed thief who uses their skill to set free the enslaved in Stilben, as opposed to freeing wealth from those that hoarded it. Anna's last stand. This massive silvered shield bearing the crest of the platinum dragon never tarnishes, and the metal is warm to the touch. Gifted by Bahamut to one of his champions in the calamity that fell during a battle with Tiamat. It now resides on the Visa Isle, in the deepest sanctum of the Vos Skyris. It was last seen by the Afork professor of archaeology and spirit speaker Jorlund Vor, a member of the Relic Seekers Guild. I believe you know them. The Belt of the Storm's champion, a large iron war belt bearing the symbol of the Storm Lord, beset with the scales of a red, blue, and white dragon. Worn by many champions of the Storm Lord over the years, it was taken by the last champion to the endless mazes of the Abyss. The champion looking for the next challenge, he chased down a Bay Lord general to a demon prince to challenge it in single combat. General Olgrath now wears the champion's body as armor. The Hunter's Mantle. This beautiful but rugged leather armor is covered in intricate runes and is a deep brown with accents of a dark forest green. The mantle is thick with fur. The leathers were said to once belong to the greatest hunter of a monster slayers guild that is said to be as old as Vasselheim, and that he was one of their founding members. It now resides in the lair of his last quarry, his final hunt he never came back from. And lastly, the Luna Shroud, a midnight blue cloak and cowl with silver trim and a silver crescent moon among a starry sky. A gift from the Moonweaver to her champion, now resides with an archfey in the Feywild known as the Keeper of the Moontides, or simply the Keeper. An Arcana Pansophical spy in the Feywild uncovered the existence of the Keeper. The spy was never heard from again after her first report. You've proven yourselves, and you now have the knowledge you need.
Just looking back to the others, we have a lot of work to do.
We sure do. We sure do.
Wife. Thank you, Great Uluru. That is critical information that we can only hope will help us stop this Tarask and save those who would be in the way of its harm.
Indeed, I wish you well, and may the blessings of all the gods go with you. For if you fail, there are no others to take up this conquest.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No
Yeah,
pressure.
just a little thing, and then puts away the blades, but keeps a hand on the hilts.
Just sorry, real quick, out of character. What was the second one called?
The
Or
second
second to
one,
last one.
the
Second to
second
last
to
one.
last one
mantle.
was the Hunter's Mantle, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Yes, the hunter's mantle.
got it. Again, we appreciate your help. How do we get out of here?
Also, doth you have any information about how a Tarask, what of these might be better to focus on than others, if we must?
Also, how do we kill it?
You have many questions.
Well, we did come here seeking knowledge. Onaru.
He will see what he has left for spells. He's running low.
Bureau knows what that's like.
Bureau's down to his last 3 first-level spells. He definitely knows what that's like.
Yeah, Nox says
I
nothing.
am short on divination. You must form your questions in a yes or no.
Can the Trask be killed?
You watch as his eyes glow and the third eye appears once more. And he opens his eyes back up and looks at you and says, "Only temporarily."
Is this its home? Like, if I were to banish it somewhere else, would this be its home?
He says, sorry, I'm shuffling through like a shit ton of papers here. He he looks at you and says, "This is his own plane of existence. I am sorry, that is the limit of my divinations this day."
Gosh,
That was a smart question.
It was.
As for the order in which you seek the vestiges, only you can decide that.
Simply was not sure if you knew more about their capabilities in this particular endeavor, and what you have seen of ours.
Of your what?
Abilities.
There are some that would suit members of your party better than others, and others that could work for any of you. These are decisions you must make for yourself. Be decisive. Have the courage of your convictions and confidence that you can make the correct decision.
Understood.
People look to you to lead now. All of you. Now, you have much work to do and cannot tarry here. With that, he begins to wave his hands, and he looks over at you, Fike, and says, "But perhaps when this is over, for a respite, you might come and visit me again. I will have more grapes." And with that, a flash of light.
Wait, do you have a tuning fork to hell or the abyss?
No, I don't.
Goodbye.
Turn to the side of the glade pool where this all began.
well, that was fun.
It was something.
Let's do that again.
I need a nap first.
Congratulations on your successful battle against Uluru, Protector of Knowledge.
Hey. Wah wah.
That was tough.
Yeah.
That was
Wow.
tough.
Whew.
It's like we weren't prepared for an ancient dragon or something.
Right.
Nope.
Not at all. Damn, that was good.
Well, at least we know the exact location of one of them.
Yeah, I think it's time we stop putting off going and taking care of this Katrick guy. I think it's time we pay a visit to Kaimo.
I
As
mean,
good a place as any to start.
Oh, and I wanted to go to the abyss.
oh, we'll have to figure that out on the way.
Wait, there's not even one in the abyss.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, I missed that. Where is it?
That
Oh,
was
Baylor has
What
it.
I heard was that he went to the
the belt of the
abyss.
storms. Yeah, he went to the abyss to challenge a Baylor general to a demon prince named Orgoroth, and the Orgoroth slew him and now wears his body as armor.
Oh,
Fun.
I missed that last part.
By the way, that is metal as fuck.
It is. It
that's
is.
so cool.
It's almost as metal as chicken cutlets. Just letting you know.
I was trying to picture the cover of like a Megadeth album.
You got it.
Spatchcocks the
got
guy
it.
and wore him his armor.
At least we're not going to the hells.
I just learned the word spatchcock last night, so. Ah.
Who says we're not going to the hells? We still got to find Shango.
No,
Yeah, just immediately
Shango
looking
did it to
to
himself.
veer at that.
Shango did it to himself. John said that.
Okay. Okay.
Knox,
Sure,
what was the
but-
what the fuck at?
What?
The what the fuck you typed? What point did you type that? I wasn't looking up because I was.
Oh,
When
reading.
Kymel
that
came up?
was that was when you said a master dwarf thief. I'm
Oh.
like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? That asshole, where did he find it? How did he get it?
gimme,
He's a
gimme,
thief.
gimme.
And then you said Kymel. I was like, oh, I knew it. I fucking knew it was him.
Wait, this is completely out of character. Wren, are your blades doing enough damage? Like, don't you have an extra D something on your now that they awaken?
Fuck!
No,
Yeah,
they're
they're supposed
not
to do an
awake.
extra D4
I
damage.
didn't get to
I
put it
thought they
back
weren't
into the. I
awakened.
didn't put it back in the macro because
Oh,
it was
they-
so quick.
They
Shit.
did a couple sessions after she recovered.
Yeah.
after you
He
fought
made me
the,
delete it and then like fuck, I forgot to put it back in.
I think it was
Shit.
after you guys fought the cultists.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh no, not that. Not after you fought the cultists. It was after you fought Vandrick.
Oh.
I forgot to put
The-
it back in. Okay, well, it's back in now.
Just
Vanya looks very excited. Lots of stuff to go fight.
Oh, did he give me my hand axes back?
You check your belt, and somehow they managed to be there.
Yay.
Oh, good.
Given that, I
Really
suggest
good.
we at least rest here one more time. And this may
I
be
could
the
get behind sleeping.
maybe the
Even
one
Vanya's like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's rest.
safe place we
You're
have
out.
for quite a while.
Euro, can you make the bungalow or are you out?
Yeah, I am very out.
Like,
Um,
Vanya has the remnants of a giant claw stab through his chest, still
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, there's like a 10-inch diameter hole in Vanya's chest.
Shit.
It looks like we're taking
Uh,
Yeah, you really
I
need to
have,
sleep that
um,
off.
I
have
sure
so many
do.
spell slots.
All right.
I have so many spell slots, guys. I have three firsts and 2 seconds. So if we need healing, I could heal everybody.
Let's just sleep.
You guys
Yeah.
gave
Big
Uluru
baby.
a pretty good run, though, man.
Did.
He was running low on. He only had a couple spell slots left. He was, yeah. What happened was before you guys got there, he had cast Death Ward on himself. So whoever did the final blow to him, and he would come back to one that would end the combat, having
Oh.
proved himself. Yeah, he's
So
a
Nox did get the killing blow.
he's
Yay.
a cleric, so he has access to cleric spells.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's actually
Well
my,
played,
I think this is
Noxus.
my Is this
He's
is
also
this my is this the first
ancient
final
dragon.
death I've gotten? No. And I'm
First, how
wondering
you
if
want
this
to do this?
Yeah.
No, I'm sure you've gotten one
No.
before this.
On a big bad, I think it's your first.
Yeah.
But you've definitely killed tons of other shit.
Yeah.
I know you specifically blowing up a whole bunch of orcs and bugbears
Yeah.
at one point.
Pshaw.
It's
All
fine.
right, so it sounds like you guys settle down for a rest along the banks of this beautiful glade, getting ready for your journey to chase down these vestiges across continents and plains.
Da da da.
Um,
I did it.
sounding like you guys are heading to Kymel first, it sounds like.
I think so.
I mean, it's
Actually-
I think it's one of the ones that we know for sure where it is.
Well, Bier's gonna want to stop in Singorn and make sure everything's all right there, and see what other research we can do. And with the what's she called, the voice of memory,
Yes.
might be able to tell us and point us in any other right directions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe get a tuning fork at some place.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Do you have a tuning fork to the Nine Hells?
You don't want to go no, to the abyss.
No, I'm recreating this scenario of when he
Yeah.
asked
Yeah.
Sherry for tuning
Oh, yeah.
forks to the Nine Hells. No.
I don't feel like the abyss is any better though. So,
Yeah, the abyss is just the other end of
specifically-
crazy.
Specifically, the endless mazes of the abyss.
I feel like the Abyss is worse just because it's so chaotic.
Yeah.
But hopefully, potentially, you guys will find out.
Yeah. You know what's a feels bad moment? We never attuned to either of those protection things we got off of Indrik.
Yeah.
They're still just
Cloak of
sitting in the bag
protection
of holding.
or the ring of protection. Yep.
Anybody mind if I grab that ring of protection?
Yeah, take it.
All yours.
Cool.
All right. We'll say that you attune to that over this rest. You now have a +1 to your AC and saving throws.
Yep.
Hey.
So is it safe to say the long rest is going to be successful and I can spend the hour putting all my spell slots back?
Mhm.
Yes. The unicorn watches over. Well,
Mm.
unbeknownst to you, they watch over you yet again.
Mhm.
Awesome.
But yeah. All right. That's where we'll pick things up next week. As you guys
Y'all.
begin, your quest to find your legendary magic items.
Woo!
I'll just have to,
I just want to point this out on the stream that Fike will be the first non-bard to fuck the dragon.
Hey! Yes!
How do you know that's not going to be the other way around?
Either way, happy
I mean,
boy.
He is the power bottom. We've known this from the beginning. Oh my
That's
god.
good.
Experience
Go, bro.
points.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys got a lot tonight.
Woo!
So Nox, Fike, and Renata,
hmm
you each got 31.
Hey.
Vanya, you got 33. And Biero, you got 34.
Sweet.
You got a little bit extra for, using those spell slots and staying in character like that.
Damn.
Putting yourself at risk to stay in character that,
That was awesome.
yeah. And
Good
then,
time.
actually, Nox, you got 32. I'm sorry. 'Cause
Oh,
you got
cool.
you got the killing blow. Not
Thank
killing blow, but final blow.
I am
Nice.
9 short from leveling.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
Didn't you just level?
Damn.
I am 70
I
short.
leveled last one.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
Which would put
That
you
was
at
great.
level what, Fike? 15? 16?
16.
16.
I've told you,
Nice.
I've missed
One session.
one session.
I missed 2, so
Session
yeah.
number 2. The only session I've ever missed.
I've been like right behind you quite a bit, and then I missed that one session.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna turn off the stream. Thank you all so much for joining us. I'm gonna
Hi.
say, please Raid the awesome of Zamudi, who also plays Dungeons and Dragons and also plays Twitch Sings like me, is currently doing Twitch Sings. So please pass him all the love. Here's my raid call. Here's
All the
the raid call sub.
loves. Give them all the harms.
Yes. All the awesomeness. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much. Bye.
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 I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice.